Hello, everyone, and welcome to Variant Rolls for another game of Dungeon of the Mad Mage. I'm kicking it over to Kyle because I'm playing today, and I'm just going to shut up.
Hello and welcome once more to the Dungeon of the Mad Mage. I will be your host, Kyle. Yes, that's as good as it gets. Hello everybody. We're here for the third and final session of level 15 obstacle course of Dungeon of the Mad Mage. We're going to be joined today, as noted, by Dan, as Pater has a family commitment that he was unable, that was far more important than gaming, because family is more important than gaming, so he's off doing that. So we're going to do a quick intro and then get right into it so we can wrap up this level. Again, my name is Kyle Maxwell. I use he, him pronouns. I will be your dungeon master for the day. And why don't we hand it over from here to Dan?
Great. I am Dan Gaston, MadSciDM on Twitter. I also use he, him pronouns. And today I will be playing Nine Fingers, a goblin warlock who I'm sure we will meet shortly. And to probably most people who follow me on Twitter, the fact that I'm playing a warlock or a wizard surprises absolutely no one.
Right. How about Val?
Hi, I'm Val, the Nerdy Niffler on Twitter. I use she, her pronouns, and I'm playing the Philbog druid Viola, who's in a precarious predicament right now.
I'm sure I don't know what you mean. Emma.
Hi, I'm Emma. I use she, her pronouns. You can find me at MK Hansen on Twitter. And today I will be Trixie Sparkle Sprocket, the gnome cleric who also uses she, her pronouns.
And finally, Matt, who has a little bit of a change from last week.
I am Matthew Foreman. You can find me at Matthew W. Foreman on Twitter. I, he, him pronouns, and I will be playing a new character since my last one died last week. And I'll be playing Perkins Brightfollow. He's a lore bard, and he also uses he, him pronouns.
Yeah,
he's a halfling.
Oh, it's going to be so good. There are surprises in store. So let us pick up, actually not just yet with Fiola. We're instead going to go over to our good friend Trixie. Trixie, you and A2B, the Warforged Mountain Ranger, have just come out of a partially broken vault door that opened up on a crevice where you found lava children playing. For those unaware of lava children are humanoid-ish, elemental-ish little creatures that are all completely identical, chunky gingers wearing loincloths and suspenders who do cannonballs in and out of the burning hot magma. Trixie, some of them wanted to play with you. You convinced them that you were leaving. And instead, a few more of them have climbed up onto that little platform saying, "No, we want to play." And they're speaking all in unison because, again, they all appear completely identical. "No, we want to play with you." And you can see that everywhere that they touch kind of burns and singes. Even to embrace them would be deadly to you. A2B, in an effort to save you, runs up to those vault doors and begins closing these ancient, broken vault doors and trying to weld them together with the force of his own inhuman strength, just pushing them together as these vault doors close. And you can see the strain in him. You can hear the strain of the metal within him and of the door scraping together. You can see the pressure as he's fusing them together. And After a moment, you see that line in the vault door completely sealed. He has in fact sealed it off from you, and he looks at you as his eyes begin, the glow begins to leave his eyes, and he says, Trixie, it's getting dark and my batteries are running low.
Oh my god, are you kidding me? And then does he stop? Does he just stay there?
That's it. He just stays just in the position that he was.
Trixie's gonna start wailing. She's gonna just cry for a second. She's gonna have a solitary cry real quick. And then she's just gonna sort of like look around, and she's gonna take out her jar of wildflowers, and she's gonna go up and just really quickly make him a quick flower crown.
Oh, a little flower garland.
And then give him a little kiss on the forehead. She's gonna climb up.
Well, just as you're doing that, you know that voice that you've heard around in the dungeon from time to time during a fight or when other things happen?
Yeah.
You hear it again, and you hear, whoa, well, that's a teleport. And right behind you pops into existence. Dan, why don't you describe your character?
So, all you see at first is this short, 3.5, 4 foot tall, cloaked figure with like the hood up and the face really obscured. But you see just like a hint of green and these almost glowing, sickly yellow eyes. And then sort of popping in secondarily behind them is a floating miniature beholder, except its skin's really withered and like shrunken in around its skull, almost mummified. The hooded figure sort of drops a staff and then scrambles to pick it up and is all, what? Professor Skulls, what's happened? Where am I? Where is this? Who are you? What are they?
Oh my god. Okay. She's gonna like slowly turn around and just sort of like look at you two for a second, and she's going to like have her hand on her mace. Hi?
And he sort of like flips back the hood because it sort of like keeps hanging down and covering and obscuring his eyes, and he has to keep like brushing it back, and then he flops it back and two big goblin ears spring up out of the hood, and he looks kind of sickly, and his skin's very sallow and he's very thin, and he's just the name's Nine Fingers. And this is Professor Skulls.
Hi, I'm Trixie. You look hungry. Do you need a cookie?
No need to eat.
Well,
or
okay.
sleep, or breathe. Oh yes, one moment. I've been led to believe it makes you more comfortable when I imitate it. And he sort of starts breathing very exaggeratedly.
Oh my god!
Is that better?
She's gonna start just running in circles, screaming, "Oh my god! Oh my god!"
Oh, no. Okay, stop. Professor Skulls, that was bad advice.
Okay. So, I have some friends here. I don't know what are you doing here? What are you looking for?
I was monkeying around in Skullport and exploring for, bits and bobs, arcane things.
I like arcane things.
Treasure. I like treasure.
I also like treasure.
Mm.
I think we're going to get along just fine. Can I pet your floating friend?
Professor Skulls, let her handle you. The gazer
I don't
sort
need
of
to
floats
handle
over.
him. I just want to pet him. She's going to come up and she's going to take one of her little flowers and just sort of like put it. Is there an ear type thing that I can put it on?
He's got little eye stalks floating
I'm
around.
going to put one behind his little eye stalk.
He feels sort of like dry paper, but he purrs.
Oh, that's so cute. Okay. Well, my friend over there is no longer with us. It's fine. But I have other friends in here, and we really need to go find them. Will you help me find them?
Yes, it's dangerous alone.
Oh, so I can take you. Okay, let's go.
Speaking of which, let's go check on one of our other friends, as Trixie says, where moments before Theola, the Furbolg druid, has just witnessed Crawford, the goth grandpa, become vampire food. She, however, is actually invisible at this moment as she is fleeing this vampire. It comes around the corner. Theola, while you are invisible, to the south, you see a little halfling. Perhaps, Matt, you would like to introduce Perkins.
I've got, a bushy red, kind of bright red hair that sits atop of me wee form. I've got beautiful little speckles of freckles dotted all along my sun-dappled skin, and I wear very brilliantly garish clothes, a mix of colors, but it favors things that imitate the look of fire. And I've got a really nice, brilliant, flaming cloak. I'm apparently just teleporting in. I'm like, oh. I look up, I'm like, oh wait, no, you're invisible. So I'm just like, oh. You should see me sneaking along. I'm just like, do, no one can see me. I'm super stealthy. Do.
In fact, Perkins, why don't you give me a quick stealth roll if you're being sneaky?
Sure. 30 total.
Oh, no, you're not hidden, right? But Theola, you don't hear him. He's just quietly padding along here as you are invisible. Theola, what do you do?
So I can see him, but I can't hear him, right?
You can't hear his feet. I mean, if he were to speak, he's not like magically enshrouded in silence. He's just very, very sneaky.
I'm gonna go to where I saw him, teleport, and just kind of from my invisible form say, "What are you supposed to be?"
Ah! What? I'm certainly not a ghost.
I like
Where
tap
are
it. I tap it with my invisible staff just to be sure.
Oh! I'm certainly not a ghost with a giant stick, and I pull out my loot and I just start brandishing it because I can't see her. Ah!
This is sad for everyone involved. I'm just going. Please stop. No. Stop it.
Hey,
You're
don't
hurting
you
my
pick
shin.
me? Don't you pick me up? Don't you pick me up?
I immediately go and pick him up.
You listen here. I'm a powerful magic user. If I could see you, you'd be in trouble.
Listen here, you tiny fellow. Fellow? I'm gonna say fellow.
Fallow. It's my last name, but I'm a fellow.
Some really rough stuff has just gone down, and I need to ask you one really important question.
Yeah.
If I tell you to shut up and not summon a vampire, you are going to listen to the instruction. Understood?
Yeah. I would never summon a vampire. It's not like I have a death wish or something. What kind of lunatic would do something like that?
You make very many fair points there. And I'm just gonna drop the invisibility. Still hold him though.
Hi. I'm like, hi, Perkins Bright Fellow, and I just tap one of her large hands. Yep. Pleasure to meet you. Bright Fellow. Perkins
Theola.
Bright Fellow.
We have the same hair color, so we're gonna get along fine. I just put him down. So, here's the thing. Back that way is a vampire, so we're not going back that way.
No, that sounds like a terrible idea.
But there is another. I have a friend in here, and I need to get back to her. It's very, very important that I get back to her and my other friend and make sure they're okay because I went through a teleport and was an idiot. So please, will you help me get back to them and make sure they're okay?
Yeah, I can help with that. I've got a lot of tricks up my sleeve.
I believe it. That's a very nice loot.
Oh, thank you.
I whisper to the wolves. I like this guy. Thanks for dropping him in.
Oh, you're welcome.
Okay, so here's the thing. I don't actually know where either of them are. I was following this flower, then there was a vampire. Stuff happened. We're not going to get into it. Do you have any locator spells on you right now?
Not on me right now, no.
Are you a human compass?
He's not a human anything.
No, I'm just a halfling. But I'm pretty good at this kind of thing. Do you have any location spells?
I do, but I'm also very, very low on spells, so we're going to have to take a quick bathroom break at some point just to put my head down on a hay roll or something.
Let's go in the last direction that you saw him, and let me actually patch you up. I will cast Healing Word at a
Yeah.
3rd level. 4, 5, 6, 7. You heal 11 points.
Yay! I am now at
12 points, I'm sorry.
Oh, then I'm now at 77 hit points. Woo!
So, Theola, you will recall that down to your southeast is sort of a junction area where you found the word loot written in Dwarvish and the arrow painted on the floor. And then not too far from there, you had found another adamantine door carved to look like bones and a skull. And also the room with the brazier pit and the teleport that took you to where you had gone. So you know that's what's nearby.
Okay.
While you are pondering that, let's have the camera go bloop back over to Fingers and Trixie.
Okay.
Trixie, there's a
So-
sealed door to your west,
Okay.
an open door to your east. You can see glowing red light flickering to your south that looks very much like the glowing red light you saw for the burning hot magma. And then obviously a hallway to your north, and a goblin with a floaty Professor Skulls right with you. What do you do?
So, do you are you good at like navigating or like finding things? Like what do you do? Do you like do things?
Well, I like to dig in old graves and tombs. I like to read books. Professor Skull here, he's very, very smart. What else? I like to dig around and stuff. Yeah.
Okay, great. So neither of us know where to go, so I think we should go this way. And I'm going to point like north. There's fire stuff that way with like tiny, like lava kids. They want to play, and I don't think we should play with them. They don't look like I don't think they play fair.
I suggest anything that's on fire is best avoided.
That's very smart. Okay, let's go. So I'm gonna just start walking forward this way.
All right.
Excellent. So as you get to this sort of intersection there, you see two things. You see obviously a longer hallway that goes off to the west before it curves off to the right. You see more busted open doors, vault doors, and then a small sort of crevasse in the wall to your north.
Okay.
The other thing that you should know is that those two vault doors to the east, where you just were and also to where you are similarly, they've been torn open in various ways. You don't see any glowing red lights from within them, just so you know. Dan, I will fix your token. Oh, I see the problem. Now you can.
Yeah.
And then, as I mentioned, there's this sort of crack in the wall up to the north where you might, be able to kind of squeeze through, especially the two of you being pretty small.
Okay. I'm going to Trixie's going to sit down for a second, and she's going to take out some incense and a vial of holy water, and she's going to sort of mix the two together, and like draw something on the ground and then sit inside of that, and she's going to cast commune.
Commune, very good. And would you like to tell us what commune does?
So I can contact my deity. I'm going to talk to Garl, and I can ask up to 3 questions that can be answered with a yes or a no.
Garl Glittergold, the gnome deity who is so much fun.
Yes.
Yes. So, as you do, let's see, this takes like a minute to cast.
Yes.
And while she is getting ready and doing what is obviously a very holy rite, what is Nine Fingers doing?
Oh no.
Nine Fingers is like backing up into a corner, like keeping away but not too far away, and brings around Professor Skulls and starts having a conversation with it. And Trixie probably hears Professor Skulls actually answering him back. It appears that it can speak, and it's basically like she's contacting you. Yes, but you give me my power. But our power probably doesn't like very much, so we should back away.
Very good. And Trixie, as you finally find your consciousness opening up and connecting with the gnomish god of trickery and luck, what are your questions?
Hey, girl. It's
Hey,
your
girl. No, he doesn't say it.
I need a bit of help right now. So I'm a bit lost, and I need to find my friends. And I am wondering, will I find my friends if I go north through this small passageway?
That is a good. He's not answering things.
Okay. I was like,
He's
cool.
busy.
He's like, I don't know what.
He's
New-
busy. You
Yeah.
caught him reading.
New phone. Who dis?
While I know that the answers are supposed to be yes or no,
You can also say unclear.
oh yeah, or a short phrase as an answer instead.
Yeah.
Suboptimal.
Great. How about, will I find my friends if I take this passage to the west?
Likely.
Great. Will I find something terrifying if I take the passage to the east? Just out of curiosity.
No.
Great. Thank you so much. So good to hear your voice. You sound great. Give my love to the kids. And we're doing great. And I will talk to you later.
And also with you. And your connection to Garl dissipates.
Okay. Well, Mr. Tiny Man with big ears, Mr. Fingers.
Yeah, yes.
So my good friend Garl says we should go this way. So I think we should do that. Also, don't worry, I totally won't hurt you unless you do something really stupid, and then we're gonna have words.
Oh, no. Professor Skulls, you're very smart. He knows a lot.
Cool. I heard you talking. We're gonna be friends by the end of this. She's looking at your little.
He doesn't mean the goblin. She means the gazer.
Professor Skull's very smart. Much smarter than me.
You seem kind
So,
of smart.
as you said, you're heading to your west, right?
Oh, is that what? Yeah, that's what I meant. Did I say east? I meant west.
Well, I mean, either you meant this way, right?
Yeah, the one that Garl told me to go down.
Yes, this way. You go down and you see a hallway to your north. You see a couple of alcoves to the west and east, and a T intersection at the end.
I am. First of all, I'd like just to sort of. Do I see anything that looks like sketchy down this hallway, or does it look like I can probably just walk down it and be okay?
Give me a perception check.
Okie dokie. Maybe not. 13?
Yeah, you can. It's pretty quiet down here. The floor looks fairly even. From where you are, you can almost kind of make out more crevasses in the wall up to your northeast, but nothing. You don't hear any movement. No odd sounds. Nope.
Okay, then I'm just gonna head on down to the end.
Okay. Down here, you see a doorway to your east. You see a little bit of hallway. Sorry, doorway to your west. My bad.
Okay.
To your east, you see more of those little cracks in the wall that you could probably squeeze through, and then an alcove to the around the corner.
Well, Mr. Fingers, do you prefer Mr. Fingers or 9?
Whatever, it is fine. Names.
I feel like you might need a Xanax. Do we want to hang should we go through this door? That's also to the west. That might be a good idea. What do you think?
Why don't I take a listen? And
Yeah.
I'll go up to the door and press my big goblin ear up against the door.
All right, give me a perception check.
That would be a 22.
22. Yes. You can hear, not like it's right on the other side of the door, but somewhere on the other side of that door, you can hear a faint bubbling sound, and you can hear, I guess that's really about it.
Okay, so I relay that information. Bubbling could be good, or it could be acid that melts us.
Oh, that escalated quickly. Yes.
Well, I've found both in places like this.
That's terrifying. What do you want to do?
You're friends, but do you think they might be near bubbling?
I don't know.
Bubbling is interesting.
We all got teleported away from each other.
Oh, yes. I like bubbling.
Okay, let's go.
All right. As you are getting ready to open the door, we're going to pan back over to Thiola and Perkins.
And that was about the time I knew that I liked fire a lot, and that's pretty much my whole. That's pretty much my whole backstory.
That was beautiful.
Oh, you're welcome.
You should write that down in fan fiction form and leave it here. The guy here was really into all that.
Right.
We can co-author a fire story.
That would be wonderful.
Oh, let's do it. We have a business model now. I'm gonna Just checking I still have what level this is. Yum, 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 yum. Detect object. On
Detect object or locate object?
locate object. On the flower again. Trying to do a more successful job of it this time. I don't tell what happened last time we did this.
Object is familiar to you as long as it's 1,000 feet of you. It's one action, concentration up to 10 minutes. And what object are you attempting to locate?
I'm attempting to locate the jar again. That it
No,
came
I'm
from?
sorry?
The jar that Trixie keeps the flowers in.
Oh, okay. Yeah. As you reach out with the force, with the weave, or whatever magic is at this point in 5th edition, you do sense it almost due east and a little bit south.
Due east and south. Okay.
And you actually, as you're reaching out, you feel it slowly, like at walking speed, moving towards you.
Oh. I really lay all this to Perkins.
Oh, then let's go down there.
Before we start walking, I reach down with my giant Filborg hand and take his tiny halfling hand and just like without even explaining it, I'm just holding his hand as we walk. Like, don't ask questions. Just like
I'm skipping
Hold
along.
my hand when we cross the street.
it's like
I'm a,
the last time I let go of someone's hand, he died. So we're staying.
Oh,
She's going to have survivor's guilt soon.
She has so
Little bit.
much survivor's guilt. It's like processing still.
I'm just going to climb up the wall and be on the ceiling walking, so she can just. It's more comfortable this way.
Oh, I love it.
So I'll just gonna be
Great.
walking along the ceiling with my slippers of spider climbing.
So the new name for this pairing is Theokins.
oh yeah.
Yeah,
Thank you, Finato. So you're going to the as you come. I'm just going to just in the interest of time. You come down here, and you can from here you can feel it almost exactly due east.
Okay. Let's go due east.
Yeah.
Well, there's a wall.
Yeah. I'm like, do we go up or down? Oh no.
Oh.
Theola, you have been here before.
Oh.
You've been up that northeast place before.
Down what was this the way the loot was?
You haven't
pointing?
been that way before. The loot points to the southwest over here.
Oh.
The arrow points that way on the floor. You have not been to either of the other directions.
Okay.
But you feel this way is where the vase jar is.
Okay. Well, I may regret this, but I'm going to start heading northeast
Okay.
because it's familiar. Unless
Sure.
Perkins is like, dude, what the hell are you doing?
Sure. I mean, I have no way of knowing that this is a bad idea, so let's keep going.
I have no way of knowing this is a bad plan. Oh no, but last time we went down here, there was like, you know what? No, I'm going south. I'm going south.
There we go.
I've been through this situation before. Let's go the road less traveled. Come on, Perkins.
Yeah. So as you come down here, there's a hallway to your south, and the hallway continues due east here.
Oh, there you
And you can see a door off to the north that, if you have any sense of direction at all, and as a druid, I assume you have at least some, then your character might. I don't know if Val does. She would remember that door is probably pretty much the door back to the room with the toad statue in the pit.
Okay, so we don't need
The
to go in
hallway
there.
continues past that door.
We don't need to go in there. There's a toad statue in a pit.
Oh,
Remember? It's a whole big. No, it's trust me. It's boring in there. Boring.
Oh, all right.
And just continue walking down the hallway.
Okay. And there it curves around to the north. And around the corner, you look to the north. Around the corner, you can see a faint flickering red glow.
Oh, okay.
Is that the glow of fire?
Perkins, it would remind you very much of something fire-like.
Oh.
Both of their eyes light up.
Are one of your friends fancy with fire as well? Could that be them?
I mean, one of them is fancy with holy fire. I'm not sure if that's bright red,
Ooh.
but it could be.
Let's check it out.
Let's go check it out.
Yeah.
All right. So as you continue to the north, go back. Yep, on
I've
the right.
got little legs.
Oh.
The hallway terminates abruptly in a chasm, and at the bottom of that chasm is a thin rivulet of burning hot magma. While you ponder that, we're going to pop over to Trixie and Nine Fingers, who are just about to open a door, as I recall.
Yep.
All right. As you open the door, beyond, you see another large room. To the south part of that room, you can see part, once again, of that chasm with the lava at the bottom of it. I realize that lava and magma are not technically the same thing, but go with it here. It's Dungeons and Dragons.
Sorry.
And there's two other things that you notice that catch your eye immediately as you step into the room.
Mm-hmm.
The northern half of the room has a door that is round, about 7 feet across, made of adamantine. It's like a big disc of adamantine. But that adamantine has been molded so that it's got concentric rings where the adamantine itself looks like human bones. And at the center of it is a adamantine skull. To the south, right where the room narrows, is a corpse of a female dwarf whose body is pinned between blades of a scythe, like a scythe trap.
All right. Whoa, that's so interesting. Ha! Mr. Skulls, why did I not get the power from you to use that? And I'm gesturing to the corpse. I could have raised it.
Trixie slowly looks over at the corpse and slowly back at Nine Fingers and then straight forward. It is this is my life now.
Waste. I always learned as a young goblin, waste not, want not.
Yeah, I learned that too, but in a different way.
Yeah.
So what do that skull door thing? I don't think we should go through there. I don't know if you've seen one of those, but we talked to this mouse. Well, it wasn't a mouse. It was actually it's okay. It really doesn't matter. There's a big there. We shouldn't go in there. Not yet.
Because usually behind doors like that is lots of shiny treasure.
Yeah, I think we're gonna need more of us if we want to go through there.
That's a fair point. We find your friends.
Yes, we find my friends, and then we can go through there, and you'll get treasure, and I'll get treasure, and we'll get glory.
Excellent. Well, that dwarf might have something. And I just saunter over to the dead body.
As you go over to the dead body, you can see that the blades still are digging into her corpse. The only thing holding them where they are is actually her body.
Excellent.
You can see she is clutching a short sword in her hands. Her face is she has bloody studded leather armor. You can see she's got a backpack and a miner's pick and a pouch on her waist.
All right. I basically just start like rooting through things and anything mundane like, equipment I'm just throwing behind me. Useless. Useless. Don't need it.
As you do that, as you start digging in and kind of shifting her body,
Oh no. Oh no.
I need you and Trixie, if you are next to him.
I'm like behind trying to catch all the things that he's
Okay,
throwing
I
behind.
need both of you to make a dexterity saving throw, please.
Cool.
Cool.
Okay.
That'd be a 7.
Ooh.
Okay.
14.
Trixie dodges out of the way, but Nine Fingers does not. As he shifts, it releases just enough of the pressure on the blades that they go flying off, and he takes 11 slashing damage.
Oh. I am assuming I like see this happen.
Yeah, no, you absolutely see him get just shanked by the trap as the body finally collapses to the floor.
I almost needed to change my name to 8 Fingers there.
Wow. Are you okay? You look hurt.
Yeah.
You look really hurt.
No, I'm fine.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
She's still gonna take out her staff and cast Cure Wounds on him. 4. 14 hit points.
All right. It itches. Thank you.
As you are digging through there, you find a Dungeoneer's pack with no rations, a mess kit. You do find 2 other things of interest. You find an old key, and you find an onyx statuette of a dog.
I'm like just holding them up and inspecting them, and I turn on my Eldritch Sight.
What does Eldritch Sight give you?
It is my invocation that gives me. Basically, I have Detect Magic up pretty much all the time.
Okay. As you do that and you kind of invoke the power of your patron, and what do your eyes look like when you invoke Eldritch Sight?
So I close my eyes and I have to sort of cast the spell, but at will. And I'm like, Professor Skulls, let us see what we can see. And I open my eyes, and they're just like a starry void.
So, Trixie, you see this, and his eyes, as he holds up this onyx dog statuette, it definitely registers as magic in your vision from the far realm.
Well, the undead.
The undead, fair enough. Oh, yeah, that's better. Yeah. Yeah, I believe that is... We're going to say it's transmutation magic, because I'm pretty sure that's what it is.
Sounds good. Yeah, this is magical.
The key is not.
This is normal, but keys are always good to more places.
Trixie's like really close, just looking at your face with your weird eyes.
It'll go away in about, 10 minutes.
No, you should keep that. That's a look. That's a good look.
It's true. Professor Skull says he likes it.
I didn't hear you say that, but you should say it more often. We're gonna be friends.
Kaiser is nodding.
Do I recognize the little thing that he's holding? Like, is it something I've seen in my travels?
The dog?
Stuff? Yeah.
Now that you know that it's magic, give me an Arcana check.
Okie dokie. Ooh. a natural 20 plus 4.
The 24, you have, while this isn't quite the same as identify, you have heard of similar magical statuettes that can turn into creatures.
I'm going to relay that to Mr. 9. Yeah, that can that'll turn into I think you have a pet dog now.
You can have it.
You don't want that?
It's fine.
You're giving me a dog.
Hey,
Oh my gosh, we're gonna be best friends forever.
I have Professor Skulls.
Yeah, but dogs are great and loyal. She takes it, holds it really close.
So as you take that, let's go back to our good friends Theokins, who stand at the edge of a chasm. Theola, you still have your locate object on, and you know now that it is exactly due east and is holding fairly still. In fact, I would say that because you kind of move north and you can kind of triangulate a little bit, you are close. You are very close.
I would like staring down at this like pit of lava and like still holding on to like Perkins. There's like
Beware as you gaze long into the abyss.
It's like, do you ever look at these things and wonder, God, what would happen if I just jumped right on in?
It's gazing back at you.
Hi.
I've jumped in before.
Okay, we're not doing that this time, but it'd be awesome. I like whip out my broom of flying and like, do you want to hop on, Perky?
Oh, I can fly all by myself.
That's so cool.
Then I'll cast fly on myself.
Oh, look at you two.
We're just flying.
As you fly out over the abyss, you can see down to your south there a few small fire elementalish flying creatures playing down in the lava down here, and you can see just to the east of that, you can see like a shelf of another room.
Keep going east.
Yeah.
I hate
Kind
those
of
things. I point down to the lava children. I was like, I hate.
Oh, they're not lava children.
Oh, I thought we were in the same.
No, you're it's the same chasm. Where you are now, you might recognize them as magma mephits.
I love those things.
I kind of want to hug him, but at the same time, a tiny voice tells me not to do that.
They're very disagreeable.
No tiny voice.
Aw, they're just like me. I'm just gonna keep flying on.
All right. As you do, you hear the mephits see you.
YOLO.
But you also see Trixie and Fingers off to your northeast.
As soon as I see Trixie, I rose like, Trix! You're here! You're okay!
Yeah.
Do we hear that? Do I hear that?
Oh, yeah, absolutely. You can hear that.
Okay. I'm looking out and I'm like, Neola, where are you?
It's like, I'm on a broom!
You look great.
You look amazing. I like hop down from my broom and run over to her and like pick her up and like.
Oh,
like,
do you? You got off your broom and ran over to her?
Yeah, I know what to do.
Can you roll me a d20?
Yeah. Please don't die.
What?
14.
What's happening?
Oh yeah.
As you do, you all hear this sound and another whoa, teleported.
No.
What?
No.
Hear the sound of Theola as she's teleported like, son of a bitch!
And Theola, let me find this place where you have gone. Oh, there you go.
No.
Just as you two got together.
What is this?
And Theola, as you pop out in this room, you're in an oval chamber with a 10-foot high ceiling. On the east wall, you see a stone statue of a young gold dragon on stone rollers. The statue, the mouth of the statue is open, the teeth are bared, the wings are folded in tight. At that same moment, the statue rolls forward, and I need you to make a dexterity saving throw, please.
God.
Wow. Okay. Just like checking out my dex modifier. +1. So that's a 10.
And you said?
10.
You know what? I'm gonna have to do this in roll 20 because I don't have enough dice.
Yep.
As you are unable to move out of the way, you are squished flat as this gigantic stone dragon statue rolls right over you, and you take 55 bludgeoning damage.
Oh.
Run away.
Oh. I need to go to calculator to work out how much that is. 55.
You can, yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah, it's fine. I'm fine. Don't worry, guys. I got this.
Shit.
I'm okay. I've still got hit points, sort of.
So now the statue is technically on the other end down here for the moment.
I'm just lying on the ground, having been squished, and like, I hate this place so fucking much.
By the way, can you make a concentration check, please? No, you know what? It doesn't matter. Your that did so much damage. Just make a Constitution saving throw.
Get like a 22 or something.
I got 24.
While that is indeed a fantastic saving throw, it is not enough, and you lose your locate object spell as you are so distracted by being squished.
Never been so glad to put all my modifiers in my dex. It's like it's so low for everything else except like dex. No constitution.
Yeah.
I was like, you failed your dex save. I didn't know what you were talking about.
So I'm not graceful like a gazelle at all. I'm a gangly filbog.
Fair. So back up with the rest of our friends. Trixie, you saw her running towards you, and just before she got just south of Fingers, she popped right out of existence, and you heard that voice saying, "Oh, teleported again." Yep. And then you see Perkins come around the corner.
I'm going to say, I see another tiny person, really excited to meet you, love friends. Hold on just a second. She's going to go right up to the wall and like knock on it and be like, hey, listen here, you son of a bitch. I swear to God, if anything happens to her, I'm going to take this whole place down.
I love Trixie so much.
And then she turns around, oh my gosh, you're tiny.
Yep, I am. I'm flying, and I'm avoiding that particular little thing.
Right, I have not forgotten that.
Look, we're all tiny.
You gotta fly around until I can actually.
Fiola specifically called herself out as having jumped off of the room and running down the hallway.
I'm like, I actually can't see that well in here, so I'm just kind of flying around until I kind of bump into them. But I'm like, staying 5 or 10 feet off the ground.
Oh, can you not see?
Well, Dan, I can't hear you, darling.
What?
I have something for that.
Oh, you do?
I root around in my backpack and sling it off and pull out a lantern and hand it over.
Oh, thank you.
Oh.
How does this work?
Oh, you just
I'm just kidding.
Okay.
All right, fine. Now you have better. You should have better light now.
Oh, so bright.
Do any of you speak Ignan or Terran?
No,
No.
I don't speak primordial. No.
Unless I
I s-
decide that that's one of Professor Skull's languages. He has 4.
Ooh.
You see the methods kind of. They're not like attacking you aggressively or anything like that. Nothing like that. They're squealing and pointing to the north along the chasm.
I'm gonna look at. Wait, are they looking at us or are they pointing
Yes,
at
they're
something
like they're like
else?
they seem to be indicating like
Oh my god.
Yeah,
I speak primordial with that. Can I understand anything?
you know what? Let's just go with it. Yeah, you're like go that way, go to the north. It'll be better for you. Go to the north. Go in there.
Okay. Hey, they telling us to go to the north. We should go to the north. Let's go to the north.
You're gonna trust a bunch of methods?
to the north, like
Yeah.
the door that you said to not touch the door. That
No,
north?
no.
No, just we should go north.
They're
Just
they're pointing kind
Oh.
of to the north in the chasm, like
Oh.
along the canyon there.
What's the worst thing that could happen? I'll start to fly north, I guess. To where they're
okay,
pointing.
bye.
What are fingers and so Perkins? You're flying north to that door or in the chasm?
To wherever the methods were pointing.
Yeah, they report. So how do you? So fingers, you crossed over there. How did you cross over?
Oh, I just walked.
Okay, can you roll me an E20, please?
Absolutely.
Are you like walking on lava right now?
That's a 13.
A 13. Well, I have good news
Oh.
and I have bad news. The good news is that as the rest of you hear, oh, another teleport,
Oh.
as you pop out, you also wait. Let me get. Oops! Don't worry. I had that movie all the way down there. You are right there next to Thiola.
That's the good news.
That's the good news.
The bad news is that not the same sort of rolling, but that dragon statue is resetting and rolling towards you to move back to the east side of the oval chamber.
This is coming towards me. I'm rolling out the way. I'm like still on the ground. I'm gonna duck and roll.
All right.
Yeah,
so you
this
want
is
me
moving slow enough that you don't actually have to make a saving throw if you, as long as you don't stand there and be like,
Yeah.
I
Yeah. So
just stand there flipping it off.
sort of hop out of the way.
yeah, and the statue resets and rolls back here. And Fiola, you find yourself with a goblin friend.
Hello, new friend.
I am in a lot of pain right now.
I don't know if I can help.
The chat is saying that Dan is muted. Is that
I think
still the
that's
case?
No,
I think
that was
from
old.
before.
That was old.
Okay.
Yeah,
All right.
I'm definitely not muted now. Well, you don't seem in immediate danger of dying. Yes, I'm afraid I'm not a healer.
That's okay. It was more like getting the complaint out, more sort of thing. than it please heal me. Oh, I hate this place so much.
That happens a lot here.
You want to team up and try and not die?
Yeah, I prefer not dying, and friends are, friends. You were friends with the other one, yes? Yeah.
Okay, fist bump it. Let's do this thing.
So there's a hallway to your west and a hallway to your south. Neither north nor east. I'm sorry.
I'm gonna cast Healing Word. To dear God, try and get some hit points back.
Yeah, you don't want to take another one of those, do you?
Gosh, I don't want to take another bludgeoning. I'm very squishy right now. It's casting at second level, so it's a 2d4 plus 4 hit points. 2d4 plus 4. 9.
9.
9. I'm taking it. Taking it.
9.
9. Okay, so I'm at 31.
Well, that's 9 more than you had a few minutes ago.
Exactly. Is there any way we could like pitch up a tent to take a break so I don't die? Or
You just asked the goblin. Never mind.
I just look at him and say, "Is there a way we can pitch up a tent so I don't die?" I'm like knocking on the walls at the same time, like, "Listen here, you asshole!"
Ooh, we could stay here for a while Professor Skulls takes a looks around. I can communicate with him as long as he doesn't go to another plane.
Hold up.
Yes?
Professor Skulls?
Mm-hmm. And I'm like patting the gazer. This is Professor Skulls.
What color is your gazer?
A really sickly grayish green.
Perfect.
Like he was probably green at one time, like me, but his skin looks a little deceased.
That
Like
is
that?
amazing. I take it like, you are awesome. I'm like,
nods.
Waiter, like nods, and like then I see the flower Trixie's put behind it. I'm like, cute.
So, Theola, are you proposing a short rest?
Yes, please. Oh, please don't kill me on a short rest.
Okay. You can begin your short rest. We'll see if you can complete it successfully. While you are doing that, we'll do a quick thing over back with our other friends. And Perkins, you saw the goblin run towards you, and then another teleport. Trixie, you've now lost Theola and your goblin friend, and instead there's this weird halfling flying through the air.
I'm kind of on fire. Hi.
Are you on fire?
Well, no, I have a flaming cloak and I look fiery.
Oh, I didn't realize you.
Yeah,
Yeah.
my cloak, my Puafi is like, it's pure fire.
Excellent. Fantastic. Yes. And Trixie, what do you do?
I am going to go up to what I think is the edge of this teleport area and cast Blink to try to get onto the other side of it.
Oh, yeah. Only people use all the things available to them. Yeah. Yeah, we don't have to go through the whole thing. We'll just say after a second, you disappear into the ethereal plane.
Okay.
You cross over successfully here.
Cool.
And you do not teleport if you walk across while you are in the ethereal plane.
Yep. Cool.
Smashing.
Yes. Hi.
Hi.
I'm Trixie.
Oh, my name's Perkins.
Perkins?
Yeah, Perkins Brightfollow. That's me.
Oh, you're very fiery.
Oh, thank you.
You're
I
so
don't know how the hell I got here, but I met your friend, and I saw you and your other friend, and it's just absolutely smashing to be here.
You're so welcome. Hey, we have to go that way, so we should do that. I think the little other fiery guys were telling us to go that way. We should go that way.
Yeah, you can't really trust methods, but again, what's the worst thing that could happen?
We die? It's fine.
So I can fly, and I just fly around. I'm like, how about you?
In my dreams, I can fly.
Oh.
So, maybe we can't go that way. I could, is it like, what is it that are they pointing just that I need to follow like this chasm? Is it a chasm that's
Yeah,
there?
it's definitely like a chasm. So the chasm itself.
Is it climbable?
Well, that's an interesting question. Yeah, there is lava at the bottom. There are I'm not gonna mess with it. it's 30 feet deep to the bottom of that.
Okay.
The walls are indeed sloped, and it's a kind of a rock chasm. There are handholds and footholds. You could try to. You could certainly try to climb down if you wanted to the lava.
Yeah.
Can you transform yourself? Are you like a shape changer? Can you just turn yourself into a bird or something? And
No.
oh, okay.
I can make things glittery, but I can't shapeshift.
You make things glittery.
I can't do that.
Oh, okay.
Well, I could, I can,
Polymorph?
I could polymorph myself.
There we go.
Can I do that?
I don't know, can you? You're a trickery cleric.
Do
Yeah,
you?
Sure. I guess I polymorph myself.
You can transform into a new form.
Whoa.
Any beast whose CR is less than or equal to your level.
Which is like every beast, basically.
Okay,
Correct. Yeah,
cool.
literally every
Just
single
pick
beast.
a beast, and we're just going to go with it.
I'm gonna turn into I'm gonna turn into a hummingbird.
Oh god.
And I instantly die near the heat.
You would just pop back into your form. It's fine. Yeah, the methods are still pointing to the north, like, yeah, go that way. Yeah, go that way.
Okay. So I'm going to cast polymorph on myself and then fly like really high, as far away from the bottom of this as I can.
Yep.
And start flying in that direction.
Can you give me a perception check? Same, you too, Perkins.
Oh yeah, I'm so good at this.
Ooh.
Oh hey. Natural 20, 21.
Nice.
21,
I got 16.
16. That's a good. To the north, you can see what. Okay. You don't hear anything. As you get closer, you start to see at the edge of your vision something like especially Trixie, you have dark vision, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. You can see a giant floating skull.
Ah!
No.
Like 10 motes, like red motes floating around it.
Nope.
Hard pass.
Yeah.
Hard pass.
No.
Okay, wait. Where do we see this?
To your north at the end of the chasm.
Yeah. Nope. I'm gonna take a
Nope,
quick
flying away.
over here.
Fuck that.
No thanks.
Can you
No.
believe the Mephits betrayed us?
I'm gonna like
You
in
hear them,
hummingbird form
and
nod.
they're like, but you can do it. You can do it.
No, we can't. Not just the two of us. I feel like I've been down this road before. I don't know what it is. I'm having the strongest memory.
They sound disappointed. And you are back here in this hallway.
Oh man.
All right. I'm going to cast message. Diola, can you hear me?
What's the range on message?
120 feet.
120 feet. She is not within 120 feet.
Damn it.
Uh-huh.
Just the two of you.
That's my immediate thought.
I'm gonna sit on Perkins' shoulder.
Oh.
Oh, okay.
Perkins is a halfling.
She's a hummingbird.
I'm a
that's
hummingbird.
Yeah. That's right. So again, in the interests of time, assuming you continue wandering down this way, Trixie, you also would recognize that this door leads back to the pit and the toad and the brazier.
Okay.
And up to your northwest, you can see that junction that you were at earlier, and then some
man.
hallways to your south. Which direction? Oops, I need to move the camera. Which direction would you like to go?
I'm gonna poke at Perkins and turn my head to the side.
I haven't been here. I don't know. Actually, so what I was kind of thinking is, we just go back and kind of wait around for your friends to show back up, and then we go kill the skull thing.
I'm gonna slowly nod.
Cause I don't fancy getting lost in this big old mountain. All right.
So where are you? I'm gonna move you. So
We're
are
just
you
gonna
going
fly back and sit in that alcove and wait for those two to show up again.
the alcove with the trap, or the alcove
Sure, with the trap.
like this one?
Yeah.
Okay, great.
But we now know where that trap is, and we're giving it a nice wide berth.
Right. No, yeah. Now you can see it. Now you're very familiar. You're not going to do just like, oh, I just walk across it like fingers. So speaking of which, while they are just, so the two of you, if you need to, can take a short rest as well. And I think that means that by the end of the short rest, at least, polymorph will end.
Right, and so we'll fly.
Do
you need to do any healing there, Trixie?
No, I don't.
Oh, okay. Okay, then.
So back with our Furbolg and Goblin friends, our Furgoblins friends.
Goblin.
So that's when I discovered Professor Skulls down in the bottom of a tomb. And he made me a deal I couldn't refuse.
While this is happening, I've if we do a short rest, I've just got him wrapped up in my cloak, holding onto him, just going, yeah, sounds awesome. Good. Just stay right here. Yeah. Right, no moving.
So what I was gonna do during that, because I don't need to rest.
Right.
And one of my invocations is Voice of the Chainmaster, so I can actually do the whole communication with my familiar as long as we're on the same plane. So I'm just having Professor Skulls wandering up a hallway, floating along, and scouting for us.
All right, which way do you? Well, you can. We can both move them actually. Do you want them to move north or south? Okay, north.
Yeah.
So as he gets there, because I don't want to.
Yeah, he can scout out.
Does he have dark vision?
I assume so. Let me just double check here. Senses, yes. Dark vision, 60 feet.
Perfect. Okay. So, should be able to see hallway goes east and west.
Oh, we'll go west first.
West. It flies down. Hallway curves back north. In this big chamber over here, let me get up, that is. You see 6 10-foot wide columns. There is in the south wall a gilded statue of Hallister Blackcloak. Yes, the Mad Mage. Holding what looks like coins in its outstretched right hand. And then
I'm just babbling and relaying what I'm seeing to Trixie during the time, and just popping in and out.
You see the statue down to the south there. Interestingly, over here to the east, there are 2 humming iron portcullises.
Mm-hmm.
What do you do?
I'm really just gonna use them as a general scout and not poke into anything, and just he's looking for ways through.
Okay.
And then once he goes certain, then I'll just bring him back.
All right. So he comes back. He's back with you now. Do you want to go back to the east from that big hallway or to the south?
Yeah, so I guess when he comes back to me down that southern corridor.
Okay. Down here, alcove, more hallway.
Oh yeah, there was that east. Yeah, I go up that way and sort of north.
Okay. Yeah, we'll do that. Here, let's see. I want to make sure I'm telling you the right thing so you get the appropriate information. Give me a perception check for.
Sure.
I don't know how it works, but for you or for the gazer, whichever is.
I think it's mine.
Okay. Yeah,
I'm
you're just
looking
using his
telepathically.
his senses. Yeah.
Just using his eyes. Yeah.
Okay.
That's a 22.
You see just to the north, right here.
Mm-hmm.
The wall itself looks. You can detect a faint outline in the wall. There's a note to you here.
Okay.
And then here, basically, we're not going to do the whole thing.
Yeah.
But like this is like a loop.
Okay. Yeah.
Around,
around
and then continues back to the east there.
Okay. So that outline look you like an outline of perhaps a door or something in the wall.
Could be.
Okay. So I relay that to yeah.
Okay. Now back over. So I'm going to bring him back with you first, just so you kind of get a sense of location. Right. He's back up here. Heads back to the east.
Yeah, that's right.
And there is a door to the east, and this thing zigzags around. And hey, look, if you zigzag a little bit, you get to part of that big chasm.
Oh, excellent. Okay. So I relay all that to Theola. I'm just like babbling. Oh, yeah, Professor Scout sees this, and very good.
So, yeah, to your northwest, big room with a creepy statue. Somewhere to your north, you'll be able to find it if you decide to go that way. The chasm, and then possibly a secret door and other long hallways to your east.
Mm-hmm.
So as Theola, your short rest completes successfully. So you can spend your hit dice as you wish, and anything else that recovers on a short rest, which is probably important for you right about now, especially them hit dice.
Oh, my hit dice are. Damn you, hit dice. Hit dice. I've never actually used hit dice.
Your hit dice are, looking at your character sheet, doobie-doobie-doo. If you click on short rest at the top.
Ooh.
So you, for each hit die that you spend, you roll it and you get 1d8 plus 3, because that's your con modifier, hit points back.
1d8 plus 3. Total 13. So I get 1d8 plus 3 back.
1d8 plus 3, and you can roll that as many times as you need to up to your level.
1d8 plus 3. Oh, thank God. That's great. I'm just going to do that 12 more times. 12d8 plus
36.
Oh, for friggity frackety snickety snackety sake.
Friggity fracket. That is the most British thing I have ever heard. And I work with London folks every day.
It's my way of not swearing on, especially in front of kids. I'm like, friggity frackety snickety snackety.
So 53 points total.
Thank God. I'm so squishy. And yeah, my wild shape resets, and so does my hidden.
Oh yeah.
Reset.
Yep.
So.
The only thing that, yep. I don't think you get your. Well, you have natural recovery as a depending on
only
your.
land druids do.
Oh, she's not a land druid?
No, she's moon.
I'm moon.
Yeah.
You don't spend nearly enough time wild shaped.
No, yeah.
No, I've never played a druid before, so I'm getting to grips with a wild shape.
You can turn into a fire elemental.
That was my backup plan, but I wasted it on a wolf and a bat for aesthetic purposes. I was like,
The
right.
bat was good though. The bat was good.
The
It was
bat
pretty
was
great.
fun. It was to like Crawford.
It
and
was
I,
also
like,
very thematic.
Yeah, it was like, we'll match aesthetics, and the wolf was like, okay, let's go hunt a vampire. And then by that time, I had no more wild shapes left.
So, with that, as that completes, and by the way, just not that it probably matters a whole lot, but for Trixie and Perkins, your wild shape also completes. Which Fingers and Theola, are you planning to go around in those hallways that Professor Skulls explored?
Whichever way leads back to the chasm is Theola's vote.
All right. We could maybe check out the possible door thing another time. The chasm sounds good. I'd rather find friends.
We'll find our
Trixie was
friends and then come
nice.
back with more smashy points.
So you want to go to the chasm, you said, right?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm going to move you
Friendship.
there because I don't want to do the actual dungeon crawl stuff. So we are here,
Oh, thank God.
and where you can see part of the chasm ahead. You can see something else. Let's see. You are here. Okay. You come into this room. I'm just going to tell you come into the room because it's going to take forever. Otherwise, this room, the walls, you could tell at one time had vibrant green paint, but that's mostly peeled now from the chasm's extreme heat. And as you cross into the room, materializing in front of you is a ghost. And the air around this ghost just reeks of cheap cologne.
Oh, no.
It's unfortunate.
No. Anything else.
Anything but that.
Where's the vampire? Bring him back.
Oh, hang on. I have a 2-year-old who just wandered in. Come
Aww.
here. Come here. It's okay. Just bring it right here. It's okay. My niece just showed up and she wants to see Theo Kyle.
Oh.
Hello.
Hi.
Yeah, there's people right there. Hi. Okay.
Oh.
Go back with the Atiki. Yeah. Yeah, you can come back in a little bit.
So
So, sorry, but baby distraction.
does the baby know that her uncle's a total savage? Because you've left Crawford's token on Roll20, and I could just see his corpse at all times. With his vision just there.
Do you see where he is?
Yeah, I could just see it there.
Brutal.
He's just
But do you
dead.
see where he is?
Yes, I can.
In the coffin. What's the
Yep.
matter, sweetie? Oh, she want to come back with Uncle Kyle. Sorry,
You know what?
that
We're avenging you anyway. We'll kill undead you. We'll do it, Crawford.
I've just been staring at it this whole time, like, yep, this is left unseen. We're here.
You just
Yeah,
get hello
yeah,
darkness,
he,
my old friend.
Kyle's
Stop
a
to
monster.
play.
So yeah, I have plans for a future spin-off short arc with these same players involving Crawford and Zorak Lightdrinker, the dwarven vampire.
Gonna punch him in his stupid vampire face. And then probably die.
Correct.
So back to the actual thing that my distraction has temporarily dissipated. This ghost here appears as a translucent knight in shining armor. You see a holy symbol of balanced scales, which you might recognize as the symbol of Tyr, on his ghostly breastplate. Hello. Oh my gosh, my son showed up in chat. Retro Kev is my boy. And he says my boys. He is actually my boy.
Aww.
Fidelio hello. Hi there. This is the ghost speaking to
Yeah.
Fiola and Fingers. I see
normally
you've
like-
wandered into this part of Undermountain. It's fine to see adventurers such as yourselves here.
Theola's immediate reaction is to go, "Hello! It's so good to meet you. My name is Theola of the
Indeed.
Upper Forests."
Hello, I'm Nine Fingers. Is that what we're doing now?
I don't know. I started then couldn't stop.
I see. The pleasure is mine. Fidelio, Paladin of Tyr.
Nine
Theola,
Fingers. This is Professor Skulls.
This is a broom.
he is.
How familiar.
Fidelio kind of looks at Professor Skulls, kind of is like, indeed. Forthwith, I dost believeth. Okay, no, that's not going to work for me either. Are you here to slay Nether Skull, the evil death tyrant?
Death Tyrant? No one said anything about a Death Tyrant. Professor Skulls, it's your boss form.
That may have been a thing to bring up earlier, my tiny goblin friend. We are but weary adventurers trying to find our beloved lost party to defeat the evil that lies within here, then rob his corpse. Rob his corpse.
Indeed. You should understand that I, Fidelio, the favored son of Tyr himself, must strike down Netherskull at all costs, as justice demands.
Oh, you know, that sounds like a way better plan. You go do that, my friend. Go.
In my
Back you up.
current dispossessed form, I would find that difficult. However, if perhaps one of the two of you would allow me to temporarily inhabit your fleshly body, we may be able to strike down the Death Tyrant together.
I
I love
already
the
made a
offer.
deal with one dead person.
I'm gonna have to go with a solid no on that one, my friend, just because my quota for being possessed is already very full. I have a full dance card. Couldn't possibly fit you in, but you know what? There are tons of other adventurers here who would love to slay Netherskull. So we are going to, and much more worthy of the paladin of justice than we weak and feeble adventurers. We are unworthy to possess your mighty and noble spirit. We will just fall and your mission will be incomplete and we'll have to start again. So we mournfully must weakly crawl away on our hands and knees. Know this, though, we will spread tales of your name to those above so that one may come down here and fight and be your champion. Oh, paladin of greatness.
The British woman doing a British accent.
What?
That was
The
really
role
good.
she was born to play.
Okay.
Straight out of Monty Python.
I'm not even going to ask you to roll persuasion.
That was so
First,
good.
as you got started, I was like, she's going to roll with advantage on this. And as you kept going, I was like, what?
I like to think that while Theola was alone for many years, she talked to herself in various different voices to pass the time.
As do we all. Very well. Due to your righteousness and yet insipid weakness, I shall not take control of your fleshly vessel. However, I will offer to join your party should you be willing to seek out Nether Skull post-haste, combat it, and allow I, Fidelio, righteous paladin of Tyr, to strike the final blow.
Listen, my bro, that sounds like a sweet-ass deal. We're gonna take you up on that. High five, my ghostly man.
Indeed. Very well. We shall proceed. I shall guide you as the most righteous among us.
Nice.
Noise. I have been down here far too long. I have no idea what that means.
It's Philbog for sweet.
Furbogs are all now Mary Poppins.
Yeah.
It's just how you have to play a furbog now.
So this is where we're gonna take a quick break.
Please, I need time to regain sanity.
We'll be back in 5 or 10 minutes. Everybody can take their bio break, get a drink of water. And when we come back, the finality of the obstacle course.
Ooh,
All right. I'll kick us.
cool. Ooh, ooh.
And we are back.
And we're back! Z105. Not Z105. We are deep in Undermountain. Our party has been split several times and is currently consisting one group of a goblin warlock with a gazer familiar plus something else maybe, a Furbolg druid, and apparently now a ghost paladin of Tyr. Then the other part is a wee little gnome cleric and a wee little halfling bard wearing a cloak made entirely of fire. Let's talk about Perkins and Trixie for a little bit. You are here to the north, and you're just hanging out. It sounds like you're kind of doing the thing when you're lost, stay where you are and let somebody else come find you.
Correct.
Is that what you're doing?
Yeah.
Yep.
And then I'm gonna cast message. Fiola, darling, where are you?
Let's see.
120 feet.
Fiola is. What was the distance?
120 feet, boss.
Fiola, you hear just weakly, Fiola, darling, where are you? It's you are just inside the range, but you're inside it.
I hear it and go, God?
Fidelio says, yes. Oh, wait, not quite.
I cast it again. I'm like, hey, oh, Fiola, I found you. We're right where you left us near the glyph. Come back.
Oh, Perkins, so wonderful to hear from you again.
I cast again. Fiola, is that you? Because you're. Wait, what's happening?
Listen, my man, some things have gone down since you've been gone. Don't worry about it. I'll explain everything when I make it back to you all. Until then, safe salutations. Tatty bye-bye. Fidelio, darling.
Perkins dies.
Oh.
Listen,
Very
Fidelio.
well.
I have some boss-ass friends who can defeat Netherskull. Literally just down the chasm here. I vote we go find them, team up, have a whole training montage, and then go hit it. And by hit it, I mean Netherskull. And by we, I mean you.
Very well. I will tell you, Fiola and Fingers, to your east, as you look along this chasm here,
Mm-hmm.
just at the edge of your vision, all the way far off to the east, you can see something that might surprise you. Past the chasm's ledge is a spectral bridge.
Like the bridge, like the spectral bridge is crossing the chasm.
Yes, it crosses from north to south between other destroyed chambers, much like the one that you're in.
Mm-hmm.
It's about 10 feet wide. You can see this bridge composed of wispy magical energy at more or less about your floor level.
Okay. Professor Skulls. This seems like perhaps our purview to investigate. And we go check out the bridge.
Can you fly?
Professor Skulls can fly.
Professor Skulls can fly. Okay. Professor
And my dark vision on my own is 120 feet.
Oh, well, that does change some things. How about that? When I first set up your token, I set it up with your previous version of the character.
Yeah.
Okay. So Professor Skulls, however, he can see a few things. This chasm kind of twists and turns. It's not just like one long straight, right? Mm-hmm. So directly under the chasm, sort of a larger pool, and you can see that it branches off in different directions. This bridge again crosses between broken chambers, and the chasm continues off to the east before it curves back up to the north on sort of a second major fork of it, so that you get the impression that the chasm itself is formed sort of like a misshapen U
mm-hmm.
with several branches coming off of it.
All right. So the question is, which one of these chasm routes leads to our friends?
Who are you asking?
Thiola. Musing out loud.
Listen, my man, I spent all of my... I may have a spill or two left, but I mostly bossed it out at the beginning of this whole adventure. I'm running a little low, so I'm gonna go. We have an inner compass that will lead us to our friends, and also he did tell me which direction. I wish I'd paid more attention, but the voice is very hard to keep up. I mean, my voice is very distracting. Some people...
Can you fly?
I totally can.
Excellent. I can't really, but so can we? So my professor orb, which is jammed inside my gazer familiar, can cast Mage Hand, and it normally casts it on itself to float, but it's floating around in the familiar, and I have an immovable rod. Can I jury rig something with the immovable rod and my gazer to just fly along holding on my gazer?
The thing is that the Mage Hand can only do 10 pounds of force.
Yeah.
So you need to weigh less than 10 pounds. Do you have enlarge reduce or anything like that?
I don't.
Viola, do you have enlarge reduce?
Not as such. I do have this sweet-ass broom, though, that can fit you on the back of it.
I think we early determined that for small humanoids like gnomes and goblins, I think we determined that for the purpose. I mean, to those watching who are like, but Kyle, there's a lot in this dungeon that's not exactly right. Yeah, I know, but we got,
So,
like,
so,
yeah.
so I can now, to get some extra help, I can cast Flock of Familiars, which summons a whole bunch of my familiars, and then I can totally do like the flying monkeys from Wizard of Oz as they all carry me.
Can we
fucking
please do this? And I'm on my broom, and it's just Wizard of Oz.
Yeah.
Wait, what is it? But your familiar is a gazer, right?
Yeah, so it's a gazer, right? But then I have the spell Flock of Familiars, which will be cast with a third level slot? That's my...
All your slots are 5th.
All my
slots are 5th. Yeah, I couldn't remember what my thing was. I was playing a warlock this morning that was only 5th level.
Okay.
So 5th, so 3rd, 4th, 5th. So there would be 6 additional familiars plus Professor Skulls. So I'd have 7 gazers.
You know what? If you're willing to spend that spell slot,
hell yeah.
Yes, absolutely.
Exactly, yeah.
You know what? We're just going to go with it.
All right.
Only like 30
That's not how the rules work.
Yeah, I'm only like 30 pounds.
DM, but we got to get through this.
All right,
listen,
so now,
man.
So now I have 7 Professor Skulls lookalikes.
That's amazing.
And we just got something jury rigged, so I'm just flying along with them.
And the ghost is going to just float along with you. And you make your way over to this spectral bridge. Again, you can see to the north and south, and the chasm continues to the east and curves around. That chamber to the north, by the way, does not look like one of the chambers you have previously visited. So what do you want to do? Do you want to go up the bridge, or do you want to continue along the chasm?
I think... let's just continue along the chasm. We know that will eventually lead there. And my spell lasts an hour, so...
Okay. Diola, you good?
Oh, yeah, totally. I'm following the 7 beholders. Wherever they go, I go.
So you see, again, large pool of lava there. You're like, nopety nope. Don't want any part of that. Continuing along. Hey, look, there's a hallway here to your east and west. But as you peer to the north, I missed Theola, sorry. Trying to just move you all at once. You hear the sound of splashing. And as you continue further north, you see about 8 weird little gingers that are super chunky and all look alike, wearing just loincloths and suspenders. Yippee, 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 yippee. Cannonballing from one of these ledges off into the lava and then climbing back out. The lava appears to have no effect on them whatsoever. And yippee! Whoa. Yippee indeed.
Wave. Hello, friends.
And yeah, and for anybody watching, do not make there's something. This is most like the level, but don't make assumptions that your DM can get away. Will let you get away with all the things that these players have, because it's just for fun. Theola, as you come around on your broom, and you hear the sound of dun 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 dun. You can see Trixie and Perkins off to your north.
What up, Trixie?
Oh my God, Theola!
Perkins, my ginger friend, how you doing?
And the rest of Trixie and Perkins, you see floating beside them a ghost in translucent shining armor.
Oh,
We've-
is that your friend who got eaten by the vampire?
What?
No, that. Oh dear. Oh bollocks.
We found dead friends.
We found. Listen, this is Fidelio. He wants to strike at the heart of Netherskull. We're just gonna beat
And
his.
you see, to be clear, the other thing that you see is you see a goblin hanging onto a rod and 7 or 8 ghostly hands carrying said rod. No, you did get on the
Yeah, it's
You know,
basically
on the broom after all.
no.
Good.
The
No, that's pretty good.
the
No, you've got
gazers are all
7 or 8
carrying
ghostly
me.
hands.
They're all the familiars.
Yeah,
It's 7 or 8 gazers. Yeah.
yeah, and it's floating around him. And yeah, the sound of Ride of the Valkyries. Not really.
The vow, Carice.
Oh.
Oh! I would give you inspiration, but all of you started with inspiration, and none of you have used it because it's weird
Oh
mechanic.
yeah,
I forgot we
Yeah.
had.
Yeah, maybe I should have used that as
Third
that's
proper.
the thing. Oh my God, Matthew!
We were saving it for the beholder, so it's
No,
fine.
if only you could use inspiration and earn it again in some way.
Amazing. Amazing.
All right, you are all together.
So is this like the Fidelio, like the one we read about?
I am indeed the Fidelio. I'm sure that you've heard of my great exploits as a paladin of justice.
Well, I heard that a lot of people hate you in here. But yeah, sure, I bet you've done a lot of really cool stuff.
Surely only the fiendish, wicked ones who oppose justice.
Yep, those.
I'm just like nodding at Trix, like
He seems like a total douchebag.
I kind of bend
And
down.
again, if you get close to him, it just smells. When I say it smells like cologne, I mean it smells like the cologne that you buy at the gas station next to the strip club.
He smells like a Hollister store. I understand.
Oh,
Not even.
Not even that good. If a Hollister store was sprayed with Brute instead of actual
like-
cologne.
Oh,
For people who think that Axe body spray is too fancy.
Correct.
Oh.
The old Brute cologne.
See, in the 80s, Brute was no, it was terrible. So Fidelio points to that door to the north, that circular disc with the skull in the middle of it, and says, "Beyond yon portal lies a most foul creature, an aberration that I must be allowed to destroy with the final blow."
yes. We're
Okay.
gonna be like his backup dancers for this whole thing. Just let him go for it.
yeah, I think we should do
Exactly.
that. Before we do that, I think we should like take a moment and just like gather ourselves and like figure out who like isn't feeling so great, maybe needs to feel a little better.
Listen,
Yeah,
I'm
I got
this
you.
gal.
I got you.
Oh, yeah, sure.
No, you can do it.
Yeah, sure. No, I'll top you off. I'll give you a little something there, Theola. That's healing. We're at
Jody-
3rd level again.
I totally forgot that I
I
got
love how y'all keep using healing word for major healing.
Well, that's the only thing I got, baby. All 4s, so 17 points.
Nice.
Thanks, bro.
Wow.
Yeah.
Awesome. Toast.
Oops.
Could
Wrong
would it be possible for us to could we take a short rest here?
You
Is
just
it
did
possible?
take a short rest.
I know, but I want to cast something that makes food that takes an hour to consume.
If you
Boy,
want to
heroes.
take another short rest,
We might get in a fight if we do that.
you can certainly try.
Oh no.
I don't have anything.
It depends on the dice.
Let's just go fight the thing.
Before we go fight the thing, Theola
Okay.
kind of looks around and says, like, "So where's A2? Is he like hanging back or something?"
Trixie's gonna go up to Theola and like reach up and take her little hands and say, "Come here. You have to sit for a second. We need to sit for a second."
Okay. Long way down for me.
I know. So we're gonna like sit in front of each other, and I'm gonna like take her face. And I'm gonna say,
Fidelio pipes up. He's like, "This sounds like a most excellent warrior. I should also like to meet A to B, and thus we shall vanquish evil in the name of justice."
Oh yeah, he's like my best friend. He's totally boss. You're gonna love him. He totally kicks ass, and he's awesome. And it's gonna be we're gonna have such a good time. So I have some bad news. I have some bad news for you too.
Sure. Uh-huh.
Listen, I have to do the voice for this dude, but it doesn't detract from the emotional impact of this. I'm feeling very vulnerable right now.
Oh, that's okay. That's okay.
So, Crawford?
Yeah, where is he?
He sort of taunted the vampire and got eaten.
He what?
He got eaten. He got
Like
eaten.
Like he's not here?
Yeah, he's not here anymore. But
Trixie takes out her jar of cookies and opens it up and pours them all onto the ground and starts shoveling them in her mouth.
And I'm gonna take I'm gonna take Tristan's hand and say, "I'm really sorry. If I was stronger, I could have done something. If I was better."
No, this is not your fault. You can't take any of that on. This is not your fault. You didn't do anything.
I could have done something.
But no, come on. It was Crawford.
Yeah, but
he
he
had
was
a
our
death
friend.
wish. He was.
He was our dumbass friend.
He was a dumbass.
He was such a dumbass.
But we're gonna beat the shit out of that vampire.
I know his name. I got his name. I wrote down the death mark. We're gonna go and we're gonna get better. And we're gonna kick his ass.
Yep.
We're gonna kick his ass.
We sure are.
And I'm gonna make the only thing I'm asking for is that when he's just done, you let me destroy him until nothing is left of him.
It's all you.
Nothing.
I understand this impulse, and as it mirrors my own to seek justice against Netherskull. And also, I can tell that this has affected you strongly emotionally, as you are unable to even speak in your own normal voice when explaining to your friend.
It's a Philborg condition. It's called accentitis. When we are emotional, our accents.
Perhaps when we are done, I may use the powers granted to me by Tyr to cure you of accentitis.
Yeah, sweet. Sounds cool, bro.
So Theola, I want you to take a really big, deep breath. Don't hold it though. You should maybe have a cookie.
Okay.
So A2 and I ended up in the same space over there, back there. And there were these really scary lava kids that were trying to come after me. And he used the last of his energy to shut the doors that were there. And he's still there. I think he just needs to be charged, but he's there for now.
Hold the door, hold the door, hold the door.
Have you? But he's still there, right?
He's there. He's totally
intact.
He's intact and he's there. And he was a hero. He saved my life.
Like Crawford. I'm gonna give her a big hug and I'm like, okay, we're gonna write this out, but could you excuse me for 2 seconds.
Yes.
Theola's gonna walk over to the wall and she's gonna cast silence on herself. And she's going to scream into this silence. Just this, like, anguished, doubled over scream of absolute pain and agony. Because there's a lot of history here with her, with losing people. And she does this, and she kind of lets the silence drop, and she turns back around, and she says, "All right, let's go kill this bitch."
Okay, Trixie's still shoveling cookies in her mouth.
Theola's like taking cookies, like,
Indeed. Hurry ho, heroes, and the weak one as well.
Who's the weak one?
I think all of us, to be honest, it's better this way.
He's
But
a raging douchebag.
So the ghost floats along. He floats past the teleport trap to the door, turns to it, and says, "Does anyone have the key?"
Oh, it pulls out the key that that I got off of the dwarf. Is this it?
He looks at it. It seems rather
Ordinary.
pedestrian looking, but perhaps we can try it. Question for Fingers. Do you still have your gazers and all of that? You know what? I'm just going to assume, actually, for the purposes of this, that anybody who can't fly, Theola's going to ferry you across because I don't deal with the teleport trap again.
It's a concentration spell, and it lasts an hour. So yeah, I'm keeping it up until I have to drop it.
Okay.
Fucking familiars.
I just don't want to. I don't want to be like, yeah. So
I just want to unleash 7 gazers on a death tyrant.
Can I play in a Lost Laboratory of Qualish game on this channel too? That'd be great.
You know,
Yes,
now that you
please.
mention it, I have a Lost Lab of Qualish game going with Pater, who is unavailable. But
I realized I missed like a big opportunity while we were flying past the creepy children to go, "I'll get you, my pretties."
That would have been good.
Just so. And he, Fingers, if you walk up with that key that you took from the dwarf corpse, the dwarf lady, it does not work in this lock.
But we have, one of us has the key. One of us has the key. We got it from the mouse. The mouse.
Yeah.
Oh, right.
Oh no!
Sorry.
Did I give you the key?
Just as a reminder. No, I handed it back.
Crawford had it.
No, I handed it back.
Oh, you did. Okay.
Yeah.
I'm gonna, for the purpose, I don't remember who had it. I'm gonna say, for the purposes of this, we're gonna assume that as long as one of you who was there when it was found is here, then you have it.
Before we open
we're
this
gonna
up,
be in this level for like 6 weeks. And
Let's never get out.
He handed it back. Crawford handed it back.
That's
Okay.
what we're eating.
before we go in there, Trixie's gonna reach around on her cloak and like kind of swivel around for a second and rip off 2 patches, each of which look like steel mirrors, and now she's holding them. Before we go in there, I feel like we might need these, so someone take one and someone else take the other one.
I'm just gonna take one of these. Nice.
I'm not taking it. I have a shield. Someone else take a steel mirror.
Oh, sure. I don't usually carry anything, so that'll work.
Merry Christmas.
What is the steel mirror for? What does it do?
I don't know. Trixie doesn't know how to fight these things, and she's just worried they're going to shoot something at us. And so.
Oh, that's a good point. All right. Well, here's what we're going to do.
Can I do one thing before we go in?
Absolutely, you can.
I feel like there's things we need to do.
But I think there's so many things we need to do, and this is totally not helpful to our fight. But I just got to like go and like hug Trixie and be like, "Don't die, please.
You don't die.
Neither of us are gonna die. You're one of my best friends. Let's do this."
Okay.
Gonna cast invisibility on myself.
We're gonna do this. We're like stuffing cookies.
Okay. Let's go kill this piece of shit.
Let's go kick some ass.
And now, and he points to all of you again. Are you certain that none of you wish to allow me to possess your corporeal form for great justice?
I feel like we'd just be taking away from your moment.
It will still count as
But
it will
imagine the
be my
history
spirit
books.
animating your fleshly hand.
But imagine the history books. They're gonna be like, well, he was possessing someone, and it's gonna be in air quotes, and it's not gonna be his boss.
That's right.
It's gonna have an asterisk. I mean, that's a no for me, dog.
Yeah, it's gonna be
Hard
lame.
pass.
Do you have accentitis as well?
We all have
Yeah,
accentitis.
yeah.
It's a side effect of the dungeon.
This is most foul. We must defeat this iniquity.
Right after we kill this dude, we'll get right on.
That is defeating the iniquity. Very well. Let thou who hast the key sally forth.
I look down. I'm like, fuck. Right on then.
Just as before we go in there, Trixie's gonna cast aid on Nine Fingers, Perkins, and Theola. Everyone but herself.
So everyone, your HP max and current HP increase by 5.
Alright.
And that lasts for 8 hours.
Hey, guys.
At 3rd level. Okay. Theola, do you proceed with the key?
Yeah, all right then. I unlock the door.
As you withdraw this long key that appears to have been shaped from dragon bone into the nasal cavity of the adamantine skull at the center of this 7-foot disc, it enters and you feel it slide in perfectly. And as you turn it, there are concentric rings of bone, right? And they all swirl like concentrically opposite. So one goes counterclockwise, the next one goes clockwise, one outside that goes counterclockwise, and they swirl and open up. And you hear that announcer voice that you've heard. Oh, let's get ready to rumble!
I hate that dude so much.
So much.
I don't know. That
So
was
much.
kind of cool. When we leave, I want to take that door with me and install it in my home. I gotta admit, it's real on brand for me.
We'll do for you what we couldn't do for Crawford and steal a door.
And by the way, I take an action before we step in and use my Rod of the Pact Keeper to restore a spell slot.
All right.
Yay!
Very well. And you hear from deep... Oh, let me open up the door for you and describe what you see. It's fine. It's all fine. Everything is fine. And by fine, what I actually mean is...
Everything is awesome.
Everything is
cool
awesome.
when you're part of the team.
There is a 30-foot high domed ceiling over this room. From here, you can see several large columns. You can see off to the north somewhere much larger openings in the wall, very similar to the smaller crevasses or whatever that Fingers and Trixie saw earlier, but these are not as small. And you can hear floating around, you can see floating around. In fact, let me just show on on screen what your new friend looks like. Yes, I do wish to show it to everyone.
Okay, great.
Oh,
Thanks,
good.
I hate it.
Wonderful.
Thanks, I hate it.
A giant cyclopean skull with a mouthful of 6-inch long pointy teeth with pinkish red motes floating around it.
Cool.
Oh, yeah. It's fun times. And all of you, you know that feeling that you've all had? Well, I haven't mentioned it today, but you've all had this time that feeling of being watched.
Mm-hmm.
It intensifies tremendously as now you know what is watching you. As floating into view up towards the ceiling is, and you hear echoing out, ah, 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 ah. You face Nether Skull.
Well, you face the Ghana, son. What you gonna do?
Ah!
What? I sense another presence. One I've not felt since. It is I, Fidelio!
The worst.
And I need everyone to roll initiative.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah,
Okay.
All right.
that's a 5.
Dude,
That's gonna be a big ol' 6.
Oh my god.
God, I haven't played a character with a good initiative bonus in a long time.
Viola at 5. Who had 6?
I did.
Okay. Let's see. Nether Skull is going to. Okay. I want you all to win, but Nether Skull does not, and he got a natural 20 on his initiative.
Great.
Fun.
Perkins, what was that?
12.
12.
12. Oh, yeah. I got a great bonus, but I rolled low.
For what it's worth. Okay. Okay. You know, that would be one way. And Trixie, finally.
I got a 2?
Shit.
We all gonna die, guys.
Yep. That's the
We
thing
are
with him.
so on brand.
We did.
Very well.
Cool.
Glorious.
Glorious.
Glory.
Let's see. So at the start of its turn, it very definitely does not use masculine pronouns. I just keep screwing up because I screw up. Swivels its large central. Oh, whoa, that was messed up. Central eye towards you all. Let's see. We're going to do it like this. There are 1, 2, 3, 4. Which ones can it see, actually? That's the real question. If I give him sight. Well, because those of you that it can't see should be safe, right? Okay. Let's see. First of all, fingers.
Uh-huh.
If you could, as one of the motes floating around the Death Tyrant points towards you,
Mm-hmm.
and can you make a wisdom saving throw?
I can. That's gonna be an 11.
You find yourself getting very, very sleepy, and you fall unconscious for 1 minute until you take damage or somebody uses an action to wake you up.
So So my flock of familiars is a concentration spell, and we're levitating because they're using their telekinetic rays to carry me. So I fall. So do I fall enough to take damage?
How high up were you?
Well, how high is the room? I'd probably be floating at least a few feet off the floor.
If you're just a few feet off the floor, it's okay. If you're floating like towards the ceiling, then you'll need to take some.
Yeah, I'm probably up. So I mean, if it's 10 feet, that's d6, right?
Okay, yeah. So yeah, roll a d6.
All right, so that's 6 points of damage. So then I'll fall and then wake up.
You're not like
Indeed.
immune to
You're
being
like-
asleep or anything?
Ow, my tailbone!
No, I don't need to sleep, but I don't think I'm immune to
Oh.
sleeping.
How undead are you?
I'm only partially.
That's funny.
Only mostly dead.
Only mostly dead, not all dead.
Trixie,
No, leave her alone.
No.
Trixie, can you make a dex save as another ray shoots out towards you?
Okay.
I don't know anything.
Okay. 17.
Oh, you're fine. A ray shoots out towards you, and you're like, and it goes right past you.
Not today.
And then finally, who is this? This is going to be Fidelio. A ray comes towards Fidelio. That's going to be. Oh, that's interesting. A ray shoots. This is amazing. Another ray shoots at Fidelio, at the ghost, and you see the ghost starting to take on a corporeal form. Unfortunately for the ghost, that corporeal form appears to be as it is starting to turn to stone.
Son of a bitch.
And with that, we're going to go to Fidelio, who says, "Not today," and is okay, and is going to float quickly. Like it looks like he's running, but his feet movement don't match the rate at which he actually moves. It's just as he bounds up towards Netherskull with his ghostly sword that is starting to flicker, and strikes out and yells, "For justice!" and whiffs terribly with a natural 1.
Nice.
God, what a wang rod.
This is why we didn't let him possess us.
And at the end of his turn, the petrification, he fights it off and becomes ghostly once more.
Oh, thank God.
Also at the end of his turn, the Wayne sound like Matt Colville. At the end of his turn, Netherskull is going to shoot an eye ray at Trixie. And Trixie, if you could do me the favor of making a wisdom saving throw.
Okay. It's fine.
Advantage?
This is
No,
fine.
I don't know.
It's fine. This is fine. Oh wait, it's actually, yeah. Is this is a spell that he's casting at me, right? This is magic.
This is magic.
So I have an advantage on this.
Perfect.
Ooh. Ah ha ha! Natural 20.
Natural.
Yeah.
As long as you don't have a -4 to your wisdom,
I've got a +4.
you're a cleric. I'm not
Right.
worried about it. Yeah.
Cleric.
You feel this wave of sleepiness washing over you, and you are too driven by the memory of your friends and push past it. And it is now Perkins' turn.
All right. Well, I can't quite see him, so I'm invisible. I'm just gonna 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. Oh, there he is. I can see him now. And I'm gonna look at him and then say, since I'm a bard,
Oh,
I'm gonna say, pull up in a monster automobile gangster with a bad bitch that came from Sri Lanka. Yeah, I'm in the Tonka, color of Willy Wonka. You could be the queen, but watch the king conquer. And then I'm gonna keep going, and then at the end I'll say, I think big, get cash, and blink fast. Now look at what you just saw. This is what you live for. Wah! You're a monster. And I'm going to summon Greater Demon.
Yes! Okay, first of all, somebody clip that.
Somebody please.
Ooh.
And I'm going to summon an Armanite. An
You know what?
Armanite.
I'm just going to say that you're just going to summon whichever demon you want because you just pulled that off.
I'm going to summon an Armanite, which is a CR7, so I cast it at 6th level.
Okay, let me see if I have that available here already.
This is the best fight ever.
I don't, but I do in another game that I can transmogrify.
Sorry, I should have given you the heads up that I could summon demons.
Or rap, either.
I'm so nervous!
It was so great.
I was like,
That was
what is this? Here we go.
I've always wanted to play a rapping bard.
Dot dotty la.
It's like the only song I could rap, so.
That's really the only song you need.
I mean,
That's it.
Okay, where does it appear?
Right next to him. Fuck it. Fuck it up.
Let's see if it'll appear. Let's see. Roll 20, do your thing. Roll 20. Well, okay. Here's the thing about Armanites.
Yeah.
Armanites are on the ground.
Okay.
Nether Skull is not.
Oh, that's fine.
Okay,
He's got a lightning lance.
fair. Let me try this again. Make sure that roll 20 is okay. Well, it's right there. It'll load in a minute because roll 20 is being pain. Does it go on your turn? We're going to say that it does.
Okay.
So what is it? As it's summoned, we're going to say, however, it has summoning sickness, and it'll go on your next turn.
All right.
Anything else that you're doing on your turn?
With my bonus action, I'm going to look back at oh god, I'm so nervous. I'm gonna look back at Theola and be like, hey, you're a pretty boss yourself, and give you a D10 inspiration.
Yay, Bardic Inspiration!
Yes.
There we go. There we go. Now we got this thing. Okay.
Return.
All right. At the end of your turn, let's see. Now I can see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 of you. I'm rolling randomly to see who it targets so that nobody feels. 1, 2, 3, 4. Fingers. Can Fingers please make a dexterity saving throw?
All right. 16.
I'm so sorry. A magic ray shoots out at you, and you are not quite able to get out of the way, and you are hit by a slowing ray. Your speed is halved. You can't take reactions. You can take either an action or a bonus action. You can repeat the saving throw at the end of each of your turns. And speaking of which, it's Finger's turn.
Okay. Yeah, I don't like being slow, and you're not the only one with pew pew rays. And I stretch out my finger and cast Finger of Death. So that's going to be a Constitution saving throw.
Very well. What's your DC? I'm pretty sure it fails.
My DC is 19.
It definitely fails.
All right, so he's going to take 7d8 plus 30 necrotic damage. Oh, I'm seeing some good numbers here. Let's see, 10, 20, 30, 35, 65 points of necrotic damage.
I'm sorry, did you say 65 points?
I said 65 points of necrotic damage.
So describe what it looks like as this washes out over this Death Tyrant.
So I just point my finger, and this like crackling lance of black energy just goes out and hits it square in its skull, stupid face.
And it does, and you see it kind of shudder for a moment. And you hear that voice, "Oh, the underdogs score one! What will happen next, Bobby? I just don't know."
And then I use my movement to duck around the corner.
Right.
And I'll repeat my saving throw on the slow, and that's going to fail.
Okay. Theola, what do you do?
Listen, I have been informed that as a moon druid, I should definitely be using wild shape more. And we had a discussion on the break. And I'm gonna look at Perkins, and I'm gonna look like, check this boss ass out, and I gotta floom and then change into a fire elemental.
Yes.
Fire elemental. I love it.
I was like, which elemental should I choose? Theola, fire. Let's do that.
Yeah.
Would you like a fire elemental token? Because we can do that.
I missed the last part of that. But if
I
it
said,
gets,
would you like a fire elemental token?
I would.
Well then,
I didn't
how
wish.
about this bad boy, who is actually large as I recall?
Yep.
Noise.
And I'm just going to give you control of that token. And you are there, and you are here, and you've got control of that thing. And that's you now.
I can't see it on the map.
Oh, it helps if I put it on the right layer.
I was like, hey! Oh, it's okay. I was gonna.
Also,
there
I think you shed light.
Mm-hmm.
I think it, yeah, on the thing it says.
Yeah, I'm doing the, yeah, there you go.
And that's only your bonus action, darling.
Yeah, you
Oh.
shifted as a bonus action. So now what do you do?
I'm still finding out the stats to the fire elemental because on the sheet I have it says 12d10 plus 36. I don't think that sounds right.
That sounds like your, yeah,
That
that's your
sounds like my
that's
health.
your hit points. So you can make 2 touch attacks with your multi attack. So you basically you can run up. You're a fire elemental. I'm just going to say that even though it's in the stats, you're going to be able to at least reach up to it to hit it from the bottom. So you can move your elemental. Let's see. Do you have enough speed to get there? Oh yeah. Yeah, you can run. You've got 50 feet of movement. Yeah,
Woo!
you are like Flash Theola.
Flash Theola. I was
And
like,
if you want, you can run up to it and make 2. Basically, you're just like.
I'm gonna run up to it, yelling "Flame on" as I do.
Yeah.
Flame on!
The purple torch.
Philbach torch!
Right.
With a fantastic 4, mostly dead.
All right, give me that good old 2 attack rolls.
2 attack rolls. Getting the things for this to do. Thank you, D&D Beyond, for telling me about this stuff.
D Beyond.
D&D Beyond. 5 for the elemental can make
D&D
touch.
Beyond.
Hashtag not sponsored.
Hashtag not sponsored, but could be.
Hashtag
But
maybe
you're
one
open
day.
to it.
So, well, in 5 feet, 1d10 fire damage.
No. Oh no. It's first roll your +6 to hit twice.
plus 6. Help if I could find my 1d10. Close enough.
That's if you set it on fire.
So 4 for the first one.
Total?
First roll was 4, and then is it
I
plus
think you did
6?
Yeah, plus 6, so it's a 10.
So 10.
Yeah, I just need the total.
9 plus 6 is 15, so 25.
No. You have 2 hits. One is a total of a 10, and one is a 15.
Oh, yeah, total of a 10 and 15. So
Yeah, and both of those miss.
Oh.
It dodges one, and the other one, you touch it, but its natural armor resists you.
Then I use some of my movement to go, nope. If I can do that.
Sure. As you do...
Oh, crap, I forgot the attack of opportunity. God damn it, D&D. Son of a
Yeah,
bitch.
as you do, it's going to try to bite you.
Ah!
It's fine. Totally cool.
no.
Oh my god. Their bites are nasty.
A 13 to hit?
Nope.
No, your AC is a 13, isn't it?
Yep.
So it hits you.
Oh, God, I forgot it was on it. Yep. Then that's
Yep. Meat to beat. And it's going to do...
So now it'll take a D10. It'll take a D10 fire damage for hitting her.
8. So you're going to take 18... what kind of damage is that? Piercing damage, which you might resist. I don't know.
It's halved.
Yeah, it's halved. So
Yeah.
you're going to take 9 damage.
9 damage.
Yeah, and then it's going to it takes 10 fire damage.
Nice.
And he's like, hot. Milk. I need some milk.
I have no milk, only pain.
Amazing.
So good.
Milk only
Is
pain.
there anything else?
I think that was my 2 actions because my bonus action was transformation. So I'm gonna steadily nope. That's Fire Thiola.
All right. At the end of your turn, it's going to use its last legendary action. And I'm going to target... I swear I'm rolling this randomly. Trixie.
No!
Bring it!
I forgot
Bring
this
it!
Who... Trixie, can you make a Constitution saving throw?
Uh, 17.
Oh, so good. For just a moment, you feel all of every muscle in your body start to seize up and freeze. And again, your anger and your gnomish rage push through, and you regain control, and you are not paralyzed.
Oh, awesome. That would have been real bad.
And Trixie, it's your turn.
Okay. Quick question is 9 is he slowed? Is it slow that's affecting him?
Yeah.
Okay. I don't think I have anything that can fix that.
I'm
Sorry.
okay.
Of all the things that could happen, that's like the least one.
Yeah.
It's like the only one I can't do anything about. So I'm gonna move in first of all, as far as I can go, which
You've got like 25 feet of movement, I think.
yeah, I think I can go right up here. Or maybe here.
You can get up to Perkins or next to
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm gonna move all the way in there. And then yeah, I think I'm gonna do this. Maybe not. Ooh. Nah, no, I'm not gonna do that yet. Okay, I'm going to cast my spiritual weapon, I think.
Yeah. Are you bringing forth the same one as before?
I sure am, but I'm going to cast it at I'm going to cast it at 4th level.
So, a spectral unicorn appears next to the Death Tyrant,
How you like that, big guy?
and you hear the announcer, "Whoa! A new challenger's appeared." Oh, I'll tell you what.
And I'm
attack roll.
Hmm?
You can make your attack roll.
Uh-oh. Does an 18 hit?
It does not. It just resists it.
Man. Okay. And then I'm gonna cast Sacred Flame as a cantrip.
All right.
I
That's
think
a good choice. What's your DC?
It is
Doesn't matter.
17.
It fails.
Oh.
I'm sure it's above this.
Yeah.
So, what's the damage? Remember that at a higher level, you do more dice of damage at a cantrip.
Be 3 die.
It's 3.
Yeah, it'll tell you in the spell.
Oh, it does. It's just 2 die.
What level are you?
Aren't we level 10?
You're level 13.
We're level
It's 3
13.
with cantrip. It's
Yeah, at this level, I'm pretty sure. Yeah.
Okay, no, you're right. I'm getting my
I
character.
want you to do
mixed
all
up
the
now.
damage that you can do.
Okay, not bad. 8, 12, 13, 14, 17 damage.
17. And
17 glitter damage.
What does your sacred flame look like?
It's a rain of glitter, gold glitter, all over him.
She told you she could make things go glitter, and you hear
That's-
Fidelio, "That is indeed the reign of justice and righteousness." And you see Nether Skull kind of burning in the glitter.
It's so fabulous.
You're
It is
never gonna get
fabulous.
that out.
That's going
I
to be
will
stuck
kill you
everywhere.
all. Anything else?
No, that's it.
All right. Now, by the way, now that you are deeper into the room, what you can see is you see a couple of things. Off to your left, way down there, those of mostly Fiola can see this, but I'll just let the rest of you know. There is a sculpture of a beholder hanging from the ceiling. It's about 6 foot in diameter, hanging by 3 iron chains, and is clearly the work of a talentless amateur. Like somebody sculpted a beholder, but it's basically like if a kindergartner used Play-Doh to make a beholder.
amazing. Oh, wrong character. That was my Furbolg.
You also hear some moaning and groaning somewhere to the north, like a lot of it.
Oh, okay. That kind of moaning and groaning.
Yes.
Thank you, Matt.
This is not like the level that Dan ran.
Bang, bang.
Hashtag bleeding edge.
So on Nether Skull's turn, it sees you all. I shall defeat you. You have entered the lair of Nether Skull. And we're going to start doing some random targeting again.
Target the devil, the demon.
I'm going to target Fidelio, actually. And Fidelio needs to make a dex save again, which is a shame. And Fidelio fails dex save. And again, you see the ghost starting to incorporate into stone. Additionally, I would like for Fiola to make a, what kind of a save is this going to be? This is going to be a Oh, make a wisdom saving throw, Theola. Good thing we asked the druid to make the wisdom save.
Yeah, that's good.
Yeah, does it count in my form?
No, you
Yeah,
use
you
your
maintain
wisdom.
mental. Yeah.
Ah, sweet. Then that's an 18?
Oh, yeah, you're fine.
Oh,
Oh.
It was for just a moment. It's like you see coming out from it little hearts and bells as it tries to charm you, and she's not having any of it.
Listen, my dude. If you're a dude, this ain't working for me. Maybe for another beholder, but I am a Filbog. You are a giant skull. It's just imagine the long distance.
And Fidelio is going to have to make a save. Fidelio is going to have to make a strength save. And is definitely not going to make it. And that means that Fidelio. Oh, that's interesting. Huh. Yeah, no, that's not good for Fidelio. Fidelio is moved 30 feet. Wait, that's not right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And you hear Fidelio say, "Tyr, help us all. They are coming. They're coming." On initiative count 20, something else happens. And the area, well, I will just show you on the screen. This is going to be fun. Lots of fun.
I feel like we might have different definitions of fun.
I thought the glitter was fun. Is it more glitter?
Not exactly glitter. This area that you are going to see now is filled with spectral eyes and tentacles.
Oh
No.
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 How about nope?
Oh no.
Oh God. Okay.
To everyone within that area, that it is difficult terrain and lightly obscured, except for to Nether Skull itself.
Cool.
And it is now Fidelio's turn. Fidelio charges back. Not today, evildoers! Will attempt to use its withering touch. Which he flails out. The beholder, the death tyrant, easily moves to the side, and at the end of the ghost's turn, it's not going to be good. Fidelio turns to stone completely. So where there was a ghost, now there's a statue. The statue falls to the ground.
Oh no.
Taking 15 points of damage as it does so, cracking hard, and Fidelio is now petrified.
Okay, great.
Looks like Fidelio was stoned. Oh, we're all gonna die.
Oh no.
At the end of Fidelio's turn, Theola.
Oh,
If
yay.
you could make a strength save.
Oh no.
Not my strongest.
Oh wait, but you're a fire elemental.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, you've got +0 to strength.
Oh.
Oh yay. Whoopsie
This
doos.
is fine.
17.
Just enough. Exactly on the dot. You make your save as he's trying to push you away, and you're like, "Ah!" You did what the ghost could not do, and you resisted his telekinesis ray.
Oh my god.
It's easy, Fidelio. God.
Unaware. Perkins.
All right, so I'm gonna take out a little bit of a bat guano and sulfur. I'm gonna mutter to myself, "Oh God, they got me facing. They got the situation. They got me facing. I can't live a normal life. I was raised by the demons, so I gotta be down with the Goners team. Too much demons watching me. Got me chasing dreams. I'm an educated fool with money on my mind. Got a sulfur in my hand and a gleam in my eye. And I'm gonna cast fireball there to the left of them." And it'll hit my demon and the nether skull, and then the fire elemental's immune.
Fire
And,
elemental is immune.
Yeah.
Elio, it doesn't matter. So it's just the demon and nether skull. So
Yep.
Dex saves,
DC 18.
which here's the thing. That's the only save that Death Tyrants are not proficient in. And it rolls a 16.
Not enough. 42 points of fire damage. I cast it at 5th level.
42 points of fire damage. I'll believe you that you cast it at 5th level.
Oh yeah, I already marked it off.
Okay. And your Armonite, you can handle that one.
Okay, I think he'll take half damage. He rolled a 14. I think his bonus is oh, he made it, so he takes 21 points of fire damage.
All right. And I don't remember how much they have.
They have 84. I got him here on DD.
Okay. All right.
5, 10, 15, and I think that's about as far as I can move up there. And then with my bonus action, I'm gonna look at Trixie and say, "I like your sparkle, darling," and give you a D10 inspiration.
Don't forget that was difficult terrain. You only
Yeah,
lose, I think,
I
10
just
feet
moved
anyway.
2
Yeah.
squares. Yep.
So what does the Armonite do on your turn?
He's gonna throw his lightning lance.
All right.
The creature needs the nether skull is gonna make a dexterity saving throw, DC 15.
14.
All right, so it's 68 lightning damage.
I'm sorry.
68 D8 die 8.
Oh.
6, 9, 10,
Oh.
11, and then 11, 22, 24 points of lightning damage.
24 points. This Death Tyrant's looking pretty rough.
And then at the end of my turn, the Armite has to make a charisma saving throw to see if he can break control. I rolled an
What?
I rolled an 18 plus 1.
Oh my god!
18.
Is that your saving throw or
No, that's his. He made it. He's gone. He's free.
Woo!
he's
This is fine.
3?
But
That means
it
he's
says they
not.
attack the nearest non-demon.
Ah!
But
Well-
that's his turn's over now.
His turn's over. We will deal with that when your turn comes back around. At the end of your turn, however, 1, 2, 3, 4.
So he's got 62 hit points.
Theola, if you could be so kind as to make a Constitution saving throw.
No. You've got an inspiration.
I have inspiration and I have +3 con on my fire elemental.
Oh.
So
Do it.
Remember, all of these HP don't count against your HP anyway.
yeah, they count against that my fire elemental.
Well, you're a great tank.
I'm a good tank. That's a 5 +3 is an 8.
Okay.
Are you going to use your bardic? It doesn't matter. Don't use it.
Not gonna use it
Don't
because you
use
said
it.
don't
because
use it.
it wouldn't make
Math is not in your favor.
Math is not in my
there's
favor.
There's a chance, but
Slim pickings, my bro.
so
Just feel the value of the best.
instead, you're going to take, hang on, I need more dice.
Oh no.
Oh, that's never a good
That's my
sound.
favorite words to say.
I need more
Yeah.
dice.
Yeah, I just like using the averages, Kyle.
You know, I understand where you're coming from, and I respect it.
I'll use the averages on you when you come play with us.
I've never been invited to play with your group.
Come play with us, Kyle.
Come play with us.
Come play with us.
I also use the averages, Matt.
Dan and I are the same person.
You take 42 necrotic damage from its innervation ray.
Sweet.
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 Fine.
Awesome.
Cool,
And again, that moaning that I told you that you heard continues to grow louder. And Theola, at the edge of your vision, I believe, yes, you can start to see a horde of zombies shambling forth.
Oh my god.
Ooh, that's a no from me.
Dog.
Gosh. That's
And it's Finger's turn.
All right. So I pop out so I can see, sort of, and I say, let's see, make you a prison in your own mind, and I cast my other mystic sanctum as I cast mental prison. So
All right.
now
What
this
does
is the least. It's the least likely to work because it's an intelligence saving throw.
What's
Maybe-
the DC?
19.
No, 19. No,
Yeah.
He's
19.
a dumb behold.
That's a pretty good DC, though.
Yeah, and it's going to take damage either way.
It's going to pass the saving throw. It's got
Okay.
a 24.
So the pass just means it still takes full damage. It just doesn't have the other effects where it would have been imprisoned and immobilized and
Right.
but it's still
Well-
taken 5d10 points of psychic damage.
This may, let's see what happens.
Let's see, 12, 15. It's only 17.
17 damage,
Yeah, I rolled some ones. 17 points of psychic damage.
17 points of psychic. Yep. It takes it. I mean, and it's looking very ragged. No, you will not defeat me.
And I go, yeah, and I hide again.
All right. The Armonite needs to make a saving throw now. And let's see. The Armonite needs to make a... Oh, that's interesting. I don't even know if this can apply to an Armonite. Let's see.
He's all yours now, Dan.
Yeah, he can. Yeah, it can. It could potentially be affected by this. Oh, it should have been large. I forgot about that.
Yeah,
I've used them in the
he's a
past.
big boy.
Yeah, and it's got to make. Almost certainly going to fail whatever this is. What did I say? I said it was a wisdom save. Oh yeah, definitely fails. And you hear the Armonite whimper in fear.
It's not mine anymore. I don't care.
And is just scared to death. Hang on. All right. Yeah, no, you see the Armonite start to quake and shake in fear as a fear ray washes over it.
Ooh.
Theola of the Fire, what do you do?
So, radio. I'ma just go back to the beholder and say, "That's a face not even your mother could love. Sick burn, yo!" And I'm gonna try and hit him again for twice.
All right. Do it.
So 1d10 plus weapon attack plus 6 to hit. I rolled and 4 plus 6 is 10 on the first one, which is definitely gonna fail.
And you get a second attack.
I rolled a 7.
Total?
Plus 6.
I don't need. Yeah, I just need the total.
Plus 7 plus 6 is 13.
No. 13 is not going to hit.
Damn it.
7 plus 6 is 13. Do you want to use your bardic inspiration?
Yeah, let's do it.
Or your regular inspiration?
The D10.
I'll use my D10 inspiration.
All right.
How do I do that?
Just roll a D10 and add it to that 13.
That's a 9.
You do hit it. That gets you a 22, which exceeds its AC. So roll your damage.
Time to roll some damage, yo.
That's going to be a 2d6 plus 3, first of all.
Roll 2d6 plus 3. It's a 12.
In the immortal words,
Oh!
I want to do this.
This is so exciting. Two ones with fire. I wish I had a sick burn right now. This is for Crawford and A2, you giant skull asshole. And then I just punch him with my flaming fist.
That's so epic.
And to the theme of Mortal Kombat.
And you hear, in fact, you hear the announcer voice. Fatality? Who knew you guys could do that? You know, I'll tell you what, back in my day, we were never able to do a thing like this, and here the underdogs come in to defeat another skull, and it's going to be fantastic, and Hellstream can be so pleased those two did not get along. Yippee! As the entire floating skull engulfs in flame.
Yes.
It burns for a moment and then falls into a little pile of ash at the bottom of the floor. However, we are not out of initiative. There's a what was the remaining HP on that thing?
The Armanite?
Yeah.
61.
61? All right.
Sure.
Trixie, there is a demon centaur, basically, with armor on its head, looking no longer scared now that the object of its fear is dead.
What
do you do?
So I'm assuming this thing is now hostile towards all of us. Is that accurate?
It was called here into a place it didn't want to be, forced to fight, and then broke free of its summoner. So that's up to you. You can draw your own conclusions.
Okay, I'm gonna assume yes. So I'm gonna move up as much as I can, which 20, 25. And then up ahead, I am going to cast Guardian of Faith. I'm going to say, "You're ugly, and I hate you, and I'm sick of this place. I'm done." And so a giant, I believe it's a sword that kind of looks, it's the symbol of my deity, which is like a hunk of gold.
I thought the symbol of your deity was the unicorn, but okay.
No. My spiritual weapon is a unicorn, but Garl's kind of like, he's just gold stuff.
All right.
So I'm gonna cast Guardian of Faith over there. So a giant right next to him, next to the demon thing. So you need to make someone needs to make for him, maybe that would be Matthew, a dex saving throw.
Me now.
Yep.
Yes, and now an NPC.
Yeah. For now.
All right, what's your DC?
My DC is 17.
It passes.
Ah! You're stupid and I hate you.
What does Guardians of Faith do?
Guardian of Faith, it's a large spectral guardian that appears and hovers in an unoccupied space, and it anything that's hostile to me that moves into that space or is in that space that takes 20 radiant damage on a failed dex saving throw, or half as much on a successful one.
So it does take half damage.
Yeah, should have read that more carefully.
That's why. It's exactly why I was checking it.
So 10 radiant damage.
Actually, yeah. Okay. Yep. And you hear it hiss and burn as the holy fire of Garl Glittergold strikes it. Anything else?
No, that's it.
Okay. Fidelio, I'm sorry.
You will always remember his scent.
So,
Perkins?
point of order. Now that the spell is over, when it ended, you have to. He sticks around for 1d6 rounds.
Okay. So thank you for him. Yeah, I wasn't sure.
Absolutely.
No, he's got several rounds to go.
All right.
Unless he has to make a save at the end of each turn.
No. It's just that part's over. It's just we got to see how long he sticks around.
He's got how many rounds to go? Did you lose control at the end of the last round?
It
right?
was just one, yeah. So it's
okay. So he's got 4 rounds left.
All right, I'll look at him like, it's fine, people. I'm used to this happening. And I'll strum my little lute. I have no idea what the hell lute sounds like. I'm not a bard in real life.
It's like a ukulele, kind of.
Okay. First things first, I'm the realist. Drop this and let the whole world feel it. And I'm still in the demon business. I could hold you down like I'm giving lessons in magic. And I'm going to cast Charm Monster, and it has disadvantage on the saving throw.
Charm Monster?
Charm Monster, and it has disadvantage on the saving throw.
Do you have... All right.
Because I cast it through with the loot.
Well, because of the... So that makes it normal, because it has advantage.
There it is, yeah.
Yeah, if you're companion... So now...
Wisdom saving throw, DC 18.
And they're not particularly wise. I mean, they're okay, but... Oh, a 17. It just...
Fuck!
No, it fails.
Okay.
You said 18, right?
Yeah.
And it rolled a 17.
Yeah.
So it stops it. You can see it like, what?
I'm like, oh, there you go. There you go.
And then I'm going to say, since it's charmed, it's just kind of wander. Actually, here's what happens. It starts wandering away.
Yeah.
Sees a horde of zombies shuffling forth and charges forth towards them.
Yes.
Chance,
my
what
fierce
do you all
protector.
do?
Oh yeah. What do we all do?
Yeah. There is literally a couple dozen zombies to your north.
I can't stop them.
So I'm gonna wander in, and as soon as I see where the zombies are, I'm gonna be like, oh, haha, perfect. Yes. Eat darkness. And I cast Hunger of Hadar and smack it right down on wherever the zombies are.
Yes.
As a 20-foot radius circle to the space between the stars opens up among the zombie horde, and tentacles, milky acidic tentacles, start to brush all up on the zombies, and we can all hear loud slurping sounds.
At 5th level.
As that happens, you hear that giant slurping sound. You hear a giant slurping sound, see? As the aberrations in the far realm begin to consume not just the zombies, but also the Armonite.
Yeah.
And as they are feeding upon it, what do the rest of you do?
Let's get the hell out of here.
Bye!
Bye! Latest, bro!
Yeah. I'll fucking lob a fireball back there and run.
Oh, right. That's good. As you do, I'm going to put you all together for the sake of compactness and ease of movement. All right.
Mm-hmm.
That one's gone. That one's gone. That one's gone. Fidelio is. As you flee back this way, and then here to this door, where some of you had come before, you flee back this way, and you are struck by the desire to see what is on the other side of these crevices. As you do, no, this is fine.
Yeah.
This is actually fine. First of all, this cavern has a 20-foot high ceiling. In the middle of the cave is a life-size statue of Hallister Blackcloak with lidless eyes carved into a flowing robe. And then off to your east, you see a ramp descending to level 16.
Yeah.
Well, I'm ready for more of this if you are.
Oh, yeah.
Let's go, goners.
Let's go.
And then do we all freeze frame as we jump in the air and high five?
Yes.
And then freeze frame, like Saved by the Bell. So, this concludes our exploration of the obstacle course. I had so much, for real, I had so much fun with y'all. This was so good.
My
Peter,
waking nightmare.
I don't know if Peter's able to watch live or if he's taking care of family business, but Peter, we love you and we miss you, and we're sorry you weren't here, but we'll be back with you when you're ready, and we can go get vengeance for Crawford, and you want to recharge A2B in some way.
Yes.
So, in the interest of concluding this up, we're a little bit over time, but I think it worked out well.
Oh, yeah.
Although Dan is muted for a second. Let's wrap this thing up. Let's go around again. First of all, Val, tell us what you do, who you are, and what your favorite part of today was. The favorite part of this session.
My name's Val. I'm the Nettie Nifla, and as my bio says, which found I'm your witchy British lesbian aunt. That's just it.
Love it.
That's
I
just what
love it.
And my favorite moment of the night was my horrendous, British accent. And just getting so close to reuniting with Trixie, and then being like, teleport. I was like, no. So close.
That was pretty good. Next, let me see. Let's go around to Matthew.
I'm Matthew Foreman. I'm the dungeon master of a show called The Ghost of the Machine. You can catch us on Wednesday, 7 p.m. Central. It's pretty weird, but it's a lot of fun. My favorite moment tonight, other than the ridiculous British accent that broke me, was the exchange between Theola and Trixie. The conversation they had about the ones they lost.
Oh, when Theola went off and cast silence and screamed into the silence, I was like,
good job.
Almost touched my cold black heart. However, I'm basically a death tyrant, so it's fine. Emma, if people want to find you on the internet, or what do you do on the internet?
Yep. I'm Emma. You can find me at MK Hansen on Twitter. I talk about a lot of D&D stuff all the time. And I think that my favorite moment from today was oh my gosh, there were two. Actually, there were a lot, but the exchange that Theola and Trixie had, that was heavy. That hit me right in the feels. And also, actually, the moment that A2 shut down. Oh my gosh, that really got me. R.I.P. Oppie.
That was Pater's doing for real. He was like, so tell them this is what happens.
Oh gosh, come on, man.
And Dan, where can we find you on the internet?
You can find me here A lot of days out of the week. MadSideDM on Twitter, where I mostly talk about games. And obviously here on Variant Roles. Occasionally I pop in on someone else's channel. I was on Thread Raiders this morning for a charity game. So this is my second of 3 D&D games tonight. So you can tune back in at 9 Eastern when I'll be kicking off another Mad Mage level tonight. We won't have our usual Saturday Night Invisible Sun, but yeah, that's where I am is here.
Okay, so this Monday we have more Mad Mage at what time?
Yeah, okay. So our schedule for this week. So tonight I have Mad Mage at 9.
Okay.
Monday at 9 Eastern, Nox will be kicking off Dwemer Core. Because we had unfortunate someone lightning bolted the internet in Utah last Monday.
Sorry about that. My Magic Arena
Yeah.
Queens got out of control.
Halster got out of control. We won't have anything on Wednesday, and next Saturday, Nat will be starting a level, and I'll be wrapping my level next Saturday night.
Are you going to be wrapping it the way that Matthew was wrapping it?
No,
That was so good.
So
my white ass rapping.
Yeah,
No, that was amazing.
Favorite moments for me, God, there were so many. I was broken so many times. I was in stitches with everybody. The rapping had me bursting at the seams. The emotional moments where I was feeling it. And of course, my first successful Finger of Death ever as a GM or player, and that felt pretty good.
66.
Good. So for myself, Kyle Maxwell, you can find me on Twitter at TechnoScald and most other social media. I'm on Twitter. I am mostly talking about D&D and other role-playing games, and occasionally some computer games and stuff like that, and movies, but mostly D&D stuff. I also write a D&D blog at technoscald.me, where sometimes it's just session reviews and other times just whatever I'm thinking about in D&D, or there's a lot of Dungeon World there as well because I love Dungeon World. And, like everybody else, I had a ton of favorite moments. The idea of the Hunger of Hadar slurping up the zombie horde, I didn't know what y'all were going to do about it. I think you're just going to be fireballing it.
Yeah.
This was better.
Yes.
Yes.
I was gonna wall of fire and just watch them all die in it.
And also getting the chance, even for a little bit, to play Fidelio, the Paladin of Justice.
Round of applause for Kyle, everybody. You did such a good job.
Absolutely.
You did such a good job.
Thank
Amazing.
You kind of hate Paladins, so I was playing the parts of Paladins.
You were incredible. You did the whole time has been such a treat.
It has been a lot of fun. As we have noted a few times, we do plan on Matthew, Emma, Val, Pater, and myself getting back together on stream.
Yes.
It'll probably be a month or we'll have to work out schedules, but we definitely want to see these characters again for a follow-up for Redux to go take vengeance upon the vampire. So we'll have to see how they can track down this vampire and then confront him in his lair. And we'll work all that out. Thanks everybody for watching, and it was a great time. Thanks to Dan for having us on the channel and doing all the work. As I mentioned earlier to him, Dan is like the DM, is the DMs running Mad Mage, what the DMs are to the players. Like he's keeping us all together and doing a lot of organizational work. So thank you for
Dance, my puppets, dance.
Other than that, thanks everybody. We'll catch you later.
Bye.